This is international soccer celebrity Chris Doran.
Hi, Crew fans. This is Anthony Precourt.
Hey, Crew fans. This is Greg Berhalter.
What's going on, dude? It's Frankie.
Ryan Schweffinger here at the Crew SC offices.
My name is Lamar Hunt Jr.
Howdy, rough lads. This is Josephie's mom.
And you're listening to ACES Radio.
Now, shall we begin?
You are now listening to an altogether less fashionable variety of soccer podcast. Broadcasting live from the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to
ACES Radio.
They're in your face, they're a little different. I think it's super cool. I love them. Jamie, ignorant slut.
Hold on to your butts.
Now, here are your hosts, Morgan Hughes, John Zadar, and Greg Benson.
Oh yeah, baby! Ignorant sluts, shitlords, and celebrity fans alike. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, it's already too late. You're tuned in to the latest, the lamest, and possibly last episode of ACES Radio. It's a Buffalo Bills podcast only. Coming up tonight on the program, Cruisers FC remain the most consistent team in the league with another come-from-ahead loss, this time in Colorado. The panel will discuss. Cracking the Code makes its triumphant return as we try to decipher what Gerberger means when he uses words. Man balls are back, John, and they're thrown about. I remind you that this is a literal thing, not a figurative thing, so feel free to take your penis out if you feel like it. Then on segment 2... the rarest of all rare treats, as a celebrity guest unlike any other, which we don't mean as a compliment, stops by the show. Hillary last name is here. She's an Eddie Gavin fanatic. She writes for MLS Female. What the hell does that mean? Tune in to find out. On segment 3, we head live on Periscope for your hot takes, aka the battle for the grand prize. And sweet mother of God, John, another log jam at the top. Users A, B, C, D will battle each other and others for the title of Hot Take Supremacy. Prediction scores, prediction updates, Cruisers at FC Cincinnati Football Club, Hang on Tour, the AGS Attack War, and so much fucking more. Brought to you as always by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood and Urine, and broadcasting live, at least momentarily, from the beautiful back room here at Salva Brewing Company. My name is the continuing champion, Mayor McCheese, aka number 1 Handsy Boy, and I'm joined as always by my good friend, the absentee amateur artist himself, AAA Captain Jean-Luc the Wet Boy Zadar, and the 40-year-old man-child, fake John Zadar, Darby, the showstopper Schnarfus, fellas, mapaches, lads from different dads, brothers from different mothers, and amigos de Guillermo. How in the hell have you been?
Quite fine, thank you very much. The part of Greg Benson today is being played by fake Greg Benson, formerly fake John Zadar.
Wait a minute, you can't be both.
But I can, and I am.
Is that right?
Yeah. There's no arguing with this logic.
Now, because Greg isn't here, you have to use, like, the shitty headphones that are just...
Oh, God, these are the worst. They, like...
Those are the ones
they're sticking out at the bottom. Like, they fail in everything it is to be a headphone.
They used to have massive report stickers on the side. That's probably why they suck. John Zadar, the Wet Boy, welcome back to the program, my friend. How you been, pal?
All right. I'm tired.
Yeah?
Yep.
You you don't seem into this very much.
No, I'm pretty tired.
I was like, are you coming to Cincinnati? You're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Did you watch a game on Saturday? No. Okay, all right.
I was in Cincinnati on Saturday.
Is that right?
For a graduation party.
Who graduated?
One of Taylor's friends.
What's his name?
Her name is Jess.
Did you eat Skyline?
No.
Did you eat Geta?
No.
It's a word on the street.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
I tried.
I mean, it was fun. We decided that we did everything we needed to do, and we don't ever have to go back.
Did you run into any rough lads?
I saw the Stankies. And Rambo Gooner.
Oh yeah, you had brunch down
Mike
there, didn't
Burkle. Yeah, we all met at Burkle, or not Burkle. What's his name? David. Rambo Gooner's house on Sunday morning.
Rambo
he made
Gooner,
us pancakes, and
he said some terrible. Would you play him in basketball?
And
him in the Revolution?
No.
Goddamn. Always room for Chappelle.
I will tell you what, though, there was when we were walking around Saturday. There were a lot of people in soccer stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Like FC Cincinnati stuff or
Yeah.
Euro snobs?
No, but a good mix of both.
Did they have a game on Saturday
like,
or Sunday?
Yeah, I think there was a game Saturday night. But yeah.
Jarvis and Aaron were just down there, and they were like, dude, there's FCC shit everywhere.
Yeah, it was more prevalent than like I typically see with like soccer stuff here. Crew stuff specifically. There was,
almost like it's their second year playing, and so the excitement level's still high.
Yeah, I mean, you make of it what you will. I'm not trying to imply anything. I'm just stating what I noticed when I was down there.
Fantastic.
Mike Burkle is mad right now.
But we did go to Rheingeist and
yeah?
some other places that...
How's that? I've heard good things.
It was fine.
Is that within walking distance of ZZ Boots Palace, wherever they play?
I couldn't tell you.
No.
We didn't. I know that the stadium was like just a couple blocks from our hotel, but our hotel wasn't near Rheingeist. Like it was probably, I think, a 15-minute drive. So I don't know. That's probably too far to walk. Maybe not. I don't know.
It depends on how many legs you have. Let's do some housekeeping first, if we could, real quick. 2 points. First of all, I'm sure you've all seen the press release if you follow ACES Radio on Twitter, which you all should, that Zauber Brewing Company is not going to be Zauber Brewing Company very much longer, John. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'd heard that.
A lot of people are saying, what's happening? And to them, you would say what?
I don't know. It's not going to be Zauber anymore?
Yeah.
It's going to be a different thing?
Darby, you actually have, insider information, because one of the people who you used to sleep with is, running a website. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, my girlfriend's not going to listen to this. Sure, we can go with that.
Nice.
Yeah, because she thinks this podcast is garbage.
She's right.
Yeah, so there's a local firm that's buying this place out, and they're going to be rebranding. They're going to be expanding their beers. They're going to be doing awesome stuff, but they're going to stay open. So you should still come and drink their beers.
Now, when you say firm, do you mean like a Iron Lion type of situation?
Imagine if the Iron Lion firm had money.
That's tough to do.
Yeah, it is.
That's tough to do.
Yeah, these are people who have actual money and spend it on things that aren't meth and pet alligators.
Yeah, no, they're not like Orlando City at all.
Right.
Zauber Brewing Company at some point is going to be rebranding this summer. We don't know when. We don't know if they're going to be welcoming ACES Radio back once the transition occurs.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't have welcomed us here in the first place. But so we're going to stay here until we don't. When we're not here anymore, that's when we'll be leaving. That could be next week. That could be 17 years from now. That dropping sound was John Zadar becoming very depressed, thinking about doing this for an additional 17 years. That's his heart falling through the rest of his body. But thanks to everybody at Zauber Brewing Company, regardless of what happens, Jeff Town, Oliver with an Italian last name too hard to say, they've done great things for soccer in Columbus and for ACES Radio, which you could argue is doing bad things for soccer in Columbus. So love you take is equal to love you make. So second piece of housekeeping and final is I remind everybody who is aware of the realness of hell to go to norontour.com/hot deals. The ticket information, ticket link, and match day details are up on norontour.com under the FC Cincinnati section. If you want to buy tickets, if you want to know what bars to go to, if you want to know what time we're going into the game, what sections we're in, it's all up on norontour.com. Brought to you by ZZ Boots, Wildman's Leather and Lace. Moving the fuck on to Cruisers FC at Colorado Rapids on Saturday, Darby. What a rare treat that game was. Another come-from-ahead loss. Wonderful, wonderful, great times. I watched it here at Zauber Brewing Company. I'll tell you what, I had a great time. Federico Higuain in the 61st put us up 1-0, followed by Kevin Doyle and Alan Gordon, ripping our hearts out within 6 minutes of each other. You watched the game.
I did, and I did watch the entirety of the game this time, much to my dismay. It was one of those...
Good for you, pal.
I felt really good, right? You're like, this is a game we need to win. This is a game we can win. We're playing an absolute garbage team that has its backup keeper who may be better than the starting keeper.
Yeah.
And we score first. It's like this doesn't happen.
Right.
Hooray, good times. No. Weird subs, like for like subs instead of putting in extra defenders or putting in fresh legs on the attack.
Yeah.
And, at the end, you walk away and you go, well, that fucking sucked.
Well, before we move on, Hillary, you do not have to sit on the goddamn ground. Jesus Christ. There's a chair right there that you'll be sitting in for segment 2. You can just try it out. I tweeted after the game, and it was my legitimate feeling at the time and now that was the most predictable thing I've seen from this team over the last 2 years. To be in a position in the final 10 minutes, John, to get 3 points on the road, especially against a team like Colorado, who is so garbage, unless they're playing us, has scored 10 goals all year, then scored 2 in the span of 6 minutes. It's a goddamn gut punch that comes after, I feel like, 1,000 gut punches since the end of 2015. You didn't watch the game. Your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I didn't watch the game. I tried to.
But
I
you
did
didn't have to, is the point. You've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than a lot of other games, it sounds like. So I did try to watch the highlights, and I do remember I think it was the first goal, that there were 2 people wide open on the back post.
Oh, yeah.
So even if the first guy had missed it, the second guy was right there and would have gotten it. And so I don't know if that is... And I mean, it was Awful was trailing, and somebody else, I don't know who was on at center back at that point.
Awful gave up on the play, completely gave up.
His man was the secondary guy, not the one that scored, but the one that was backup. And then I think it was... So Mensa's guy was... The one that scored?
Mensa wasn't in at the time.
Oh, he wasn't in yet? Okay.
Crognell it was Crognell and Williams in the middle, and Crognell came off of... Basically, there were 3 Colorado Rapids players in the area. Crognell came off of those 3, leaving Josh Williams just by himself to defend a guy who was already marked.
Right.
And it led to this completely...
There was an imbalance of attackers versus defenders, and... I mean, 2 dudes at the back post wide open is going to score every time. So, I mean, it's just defensive lapses. That's maybe something in that situation. You can chalk part of that up to Crognelli's.
It's pronounced Crognell.
Crognell, whatever. Yeah. Rookie. He's still trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
But the guy being left at the back post that was awful is inexcusable at this point.
Yeah. And it wasn't like Awful was super far away. He was there.
He was stopped. He was in the box. He was just too far back to make a difference. And so I don't know I don't really recall the second goal, so I can't speak to that.
Second goal was all Mensa.
Yeah, that was Alan Gordon. Maybe the one guy at the
header.
late in the
That's
game
right. Yes, okay.
that maybe you want to mark on the back post.
Yeah.
That was Alan. Okay.
Yep, and Alan Gordon came off of the bench to be subbed in before basically right when the first goal was scored. And you, as a fan of the team who Alan Gordon is playing against, to see him get up off the bench in the 80-whateverth minute, you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, because that's a move that says we're playing to win.
Right.
That's not a we're playing to tie move.
Well, that's also like when 100% of Alan Gordon's goals come.
100%.
Right, so it's coming, and maybe keep an eye on him.
Yeah. So actually, Kevin Doyle scored that first goal and then was subbed off immediately for Alan Gordon, who then just took Jonathan Mensah, and I know we say it all the time, but it bears repeating. Jonathan Mensah is not horrid shit at defending in a vacuum, but when you take into consideration we are a salary cap league and we are one of the smaller clubs in that salary cap league, when you have the highest paid defensive player in that league on your team and he is bad, he becomes that much worse. I mean, Darby, tell me I'm wrong, because I'm just done with this guy. He may be the worst. He's definitely the worst designated player signing in Crew history. He's really getting close to the worst in the history of the league.
Yeah. He's the sort of guy that if we were paying him $150,000, we'd think, okay, like
you'd probably still be a little
value,
upset.
But still not great. Yeah, the prospect that we're paying him a shitload of money. I don't know how much money he's getting per goal allowed, but it's
enough.
He's so disappointed, particularly at the end of the games. It feels like it's those backbreaker goals that we're always like, who's responsible? Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's double. It's a double kick in the nuts because you have. Basically, like I alluded to, we're a small market team. We don't have a giant payroll. There are 5 guys on Toronto FC that make more than our entire roster combined. And you have 2 of, I believe, the 6 highest paid defenders on your roster in the fucking league in Gaston Sarro and Jonathan Mensah. One is injured for the rest of his life, and the second one is a steaming pile of garbage. John Zdar, you're a soccerman. You've been known to up lads and kick boots, ZZ footy pitches. What do you do? I mean, what the hell do you do at this point?
I mean, it comes to a point where it just is, regardless of how much you're paying someone, if they're just not performing, you can't keep playing them. Like, I understand, like, you're giving this guy all this money and you want to get as much out of it as you can, but if he's just consistently throwing games away and, you know, making poor choices and whatnot, you've got to sit him down and give the other guys their shot.
Especially as a sub. I mean, my God, it's not like he had played 86 minutes to that point. He'd just come off the bench.
Come in and he's fresh. He's a tall, big guy. He shouldn't be getting beat in the air. Like, that should be his bread and butter as a big man. Like, so I don't know. I'm
not sure what the answer is.
I don't know what these games are that he got called up for. Are they World Cup qualifying? What are these Ghanaian games?
Yes,
they are.
Yeah.
So that's
aren't there friendlies in the U.S. before? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah, that might be why Abu got called in.
I was going to say, I find it curious that Abu and
he didn't have a
Mensah
terrible game.
And
he looked the best he's looked in
that's
black
a
and
really
gold.
low bar to set.
Sure, but
I know it is.
And the call-up came before the game. So, like, I just think it's interesting that those two guys, and Alpha, I guess, all three of them have been called up, and none of them have really looked particularly great. So I'm curious because Ghana's typically a pretty solid team. I mean,
I don't think they're going to qualify.
Top of Africa.
They're like,
are they really hurting if they're calling in these three dudes for like?
I don't think they're qualifying for the World Cup. They're like second to last in their
really?
group. They're pretty much out of it.
Well, maybe they should stop playing the crew players.
Yeah,
then.
no shit. Abu had a really, really nice cross to Miram in the 53rd, I believe. That honestly, Justin should have put on frame, but he skied it over because he's trying to ruin my life. I think that if we would have won this game, the storyline would have been Zach Steffen saves 3 points for Crew SC. There were two shots on goal. Specifically, Gashi had one, I believe, in the 35th.
I think I saw that. It was just a real nice low stop,
and it should have been. And that was like he had two of them in that same encounter. That it easily could have been 2-0 Crapids in the 35th. So good on Zach Steffen. He got put in two really, really bad fucking places by his defensive back line, and there was nothing he could do about those two things. Nothing whatsoever.
He just continues to be one of the brightest and yet still overlooked spots of this team in this season. So
he had 5 saves in the first half.
Yeah,
which was like to that point his career high in a game. Yeah, and he stood on his head that first half.
I've said it about Artur before. I like guys that just they don't know that they're not supposed to be there. Zach Steffen looks to me like a guy who just like whatever gym he walks into, he's going to be playing. Gym, okay, basketball. Whatever field of footy pitch he walks onto, no matter what the level is, no matter what league it is, he's going to be a guy that thinks he should be playing, and he's going to act accordingly. I dig that. I dig that in Soccerman's Darby. I'll be honest with you. Higuain's goal, we can talk about that for a second. That was obviously off of deflection, but Colorado left him so much space that they deserved to be scored upon, even if it took a deflection. That was a sin to keep a guy like to give a guy like Higuain that much space. Whatever. He has 7 goals now. Yeah. Good to see Higuain back. Yeah. Let's go around the table. It's a Latin Interpret podcast host, John. You know that. Give our color impressions, and we can move on to cracking the code. I want to start with you, 40-year-old man-child. You've been around for a while. You've been ruining stands. You've been stealing banners. You've been ruining the Nordeck from the upper deck, which is tough to do. Yeah. Your color impressions of the match, my friend.
That game was brown. Some combination of
brown pants,
shit stirred in mud. Basically, that's what you got. You got bland combined with garbage.
Nice.
Yeah.
You seem very into it. John Zadar, the wet boy, the 40-year-old wetness, as they're calling you on the street.
Why am I 40-year-old now?
People are saying that. I didn't make it up.
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Your color impressions of the match, my friend.
I'm just going to go with Pride Orange because I didn't watch it, but I was in Cincinnati, so
yeah. Pride Orange?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called. They got some stupid name for it, isn't it? Or Blorange or Blue-Orange?
Blorange. Yeah.
Is that it?
Burkle made that up.
I don't know. Whatever. I just saw the Pride thing behind you and it was like orange.
Yeah, I have the banner hanging tonight is the Kings of Columbus design by
I don't actually even know what
John
the Pride
Zadar.
is. What is that?
I think it's
Is that a supporter group?
Is it a lion thing?
or is that an official like team
I
moniker?
think it might have been the front office supporter group that they kind of invented when the team came about. Either that, or it's the Orlando City women's soccer team. Isn't the Orlando City women's soccer team called the Pride?
I don't know.
It is.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So it could be that. It could be a combination scarf, but it's hanging over Kai Kamara's face.
What's it say on the other side of that thing? You flip it real
Sportsman's.
quick? No, I want to see.
I think it does.
You should flip it.
Yep, there it is. Sportsman's.
No,
I saw
you didn't flip it over.
I did. I looked at it.
Well, I don't trust.
My color impression of the match, John, I've been giving this a lot of thought. I'm going to go with the color.
Yellow Beach, Columbus Crew.
That's right, John. Yellow.
Yellow like what? More.
Yellow like the shithole team that we cheer for, named Columbus Cruisers FC. But what if I told you, John, that there was a cure for the scourge? That is the most predictable, disappointing outcomes every weekend on Saturday, right around 8:30 p.m. every week of our whole fucking lives. What if I said that there was something that could cure that?
I would say hurry up and administer it.
That's right, John. They say the only cure for Cruisers FC is knowledge.
And now,
Yeah, it's knowledge.
an ACES radio exclusive.
What does it all mean, Panther?
Cracking the code. They say it.
Everything we do is for the city.
What?
We explain it.
Who we are is for the city.
I understand you.
You reap the benefits.
What? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yeah!
And it's all for Columbus.
For Columbus, indeed. My God, it feels so good to be home. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Cracking the Code, where Greg Berhalter says something and then we say what he meant. It should be Greg explanations, but John didn't email me in time, so suck my balls.
It was like the day you asked me, and then I was at work, so I responded within the hour,
I don't
and
think
it was too quick.
I think it was like a couple days later.
I think you knew exactly what you were calling
We've
it.
already
You were just
recorded
like,
an episode.
What do you think we should call this? Even though as you typing out what it's called.
It's shockingly accurate.
Yeah.
It's shockingly accurate. So after the game this week, I think it was Andrew Erickson, celebrity shitlord, a friend of the show, by the way, former guest on
Former
ACES.
friend of the show?
Former friend.
Not a friend any longer.
No, we hate him now. I think he got that modified. He interviewed Berhalter after the game. I don't want to get into that.
I know.
I don't want to get
brought
into
it
that.
up.
And asked him questions like, how dare you? Who is your daddy? What does he do? And he had the following to say in 3, 2, 1.
Who did he ask this to?
What?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Who did he ask?
Greg Berhalter.
He asked Greg Berhalter.
Yeah, this is
Who
Greg.
asked what?
This is 100% Greg Berhalter's voice in 3, 2, 1.
In the second half of the season, the penalty box defending, the positioning, the closing out of games is going to need to improve for sure. Specifically, our center backs need to do a better job with closing space and defending in the penalty box. That needs to improve. A lot of the team's success is going to depend on how these guys can improve and can execute their jobs. And Saturday was an example of too much space. Too much space we opened up. We need to improve some things, but we have a good team. I'm sure we're going to continue to show that. Hashtag yellow swag 24/7 blaze. Let me smash.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Cracking yourself up over there.
I don't know what hashtag yellow swag 24/7 blaze it means, but Darby, they seem to be very into it. Yeah,
Oh,
Morgan,
absolutely.
I'd just like to point out that that's my favourite part of that is it's 100% Greg Berhalter. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. I know you're not here tonight, but that's not exactly like you. To me, so it was tough. Usually I go on the Crew SC YouTube account and see if they have, usually they have like Tuesday practice, but they're off this week and everybody wants to kill themselves, so there's no videos after the live stream audio. So that was a quote from the Dispatch, again, Andrew Erickson. Greg kind of saying, our defense is lazy and shit.
Yeah.
My question is, I'm not a soccer guy. I'm definitely not a tactical soccer guy. What the hell do you do about a soft fucking defense? To me, that's what we have here, is a bunch of soft defenders. I don't even know what you do about it. Darby Schnarfus, your thoughts?
Yeah, we've gone out and gotten new players. We've got a coach who was a former defender, who has a
World Cup defender.
Right. And despite the attractive
World
attacking
Cup.
soccer crap, fundamentally he's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Why does our defense suck so hard? It blows when it's things like making sure the guy on the back post is marked. That's fucking 101.
Right.
This is not advanced. They really, just fooled you. Hey, watch where the guy is.
Yeah.
And yeah, our system sort of sets us up so that you can get caught on a quick counter, but it's not even just counters. Like,
I mean, these 2 goals this last game were not. Those were just like personnel problems.
Yeah,
those weren't systemic problems or tactical problems or whatever you want to call them. Those were awful, not hustling his ass back. Those were no communication between Williams and Cronale, or poor decision making by Cronale. There's nothing the coach can do about that. If in the heat of the moment, Cronale decides to fucking sprint his ass out to the edge of the box to cover the guy that Francis already has, or whatever,
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, a lot of the frustration is...
He can tell Awful to track that man, but if Awful doesn't do it...
Right.
Well, then you bench him.
Right, no, I understand. I agree.
He's...
But I just don't really know what you do, because, we've had
so
much rotation... So much rotation, and
he's tried basically
we've tried almost every combination of defenders. I feel like at this point, and the only one that has consistently been impressive is Ness. And
even he shit the bed against, was it Toronto?
Well, he also
everybody shit the bed against Toronto.
I think that he was chasing down, or he got passed by on the first goal. But
I'm not gonna vilify anyone for that Toronto game.
Everybody gets beat sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that Toronto game
was Merrim's fault. So
were they? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. And then I saw somebody tweet the other day. I don't remember who it was. One of the stats nerds, like Bernhardt or somebody, was like, Josh Williams has the best record of all our defenders, or maybe it was just center backs. But I mean. If you told me at the beginning of the year Josh Williams was going to be our best center back, I'd have told you to go fuck yourself.
Well, so here's a question: If we've tried every possible combination of players and nothing has worked consistently, then how is it not a coaching issue? Because
maybe it's a strength and conditioning issue. Maybe these guys are so gassed from running up and down the field that they need to be trained a little harder, or a little better.
Mensah came in and dropped his hot garbage in 10 minutes. He wasn't tired.
That's the other thing. If it comes to a point where it is personnel stuff, I don't know how you change it other than then you're left with no choice but to make tactical changes, I guess, and sit deeper or play 5 defenders because the other 4 are too incompetent to do it on their own. I don't know.
Has anybody ever moved a DP defender within 6 months of him starting? We have a summer transfer window coming up.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Would you take pennies on the dollar for him at this point?
I think the only team that would be willing to do that is New England. And we've already tricked them into taking our shithole designated player, once in the last 2 years.
I don't see who. I don't know. There's no appealing factor to him at the moment. Who would?
It would be a fire sale. You would literally have to give somebody an amazing deal. Probably,
which
not
of course
MLS.
at that point, then he would go and he would tear it up for whoever we sold it.
In fact,
no,
maybe
I don't think he's capable. Fucking bag of balls. What's Chivas?
Yeah.
Who's Chivas got on the roster right now? They probably need a couple guys.
When I don't know, maybe somebody who just doesn't get MLS live in their country and they can't actually see the games to see how bad
what's that
he
team
is.
that Schoenfeld went to then? Okay.
Tel Aviv?
I don't know. He's swapped once or twice since being there.
I think that actually might be right.
I mean, that was
in Tel Aviv now.
I don't know if that's the one he's at now or the one he went to originally.
That's where he is now.
Because when he went there, he
went to a less good
he's swapped teams since he got there.
Yeah,
from one good team to the best team or something.
Yeah, I think that's a Canadian team in USL.
The best team
in Tel Aviv.
The best team FC.
Yeah, best.
Number
1 Canadian boy FC.
Best
Rough Lads.
United.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad.
I think we all have just bet that we don't know what to do.
I'm sure that the studio audience listening at home, or all the fools on their iPhones, are glad to know what Greg Berhalter actually meant, because we did such a good job of explaining it. I think everyone can agree with that. Now the studio audience knows.
And knowing is half the battle.
He's absolutely right.
Oh, shit. Lock the doors.
It's locked.
Jesus. All the celebrity fans turning up at once. We got Murderers Row trying to break the glass, and Solana Mex, the shitlord himself, is back from being in China. Where the hell were you?
It's not an answer.
You forgot how
you can't just tip your water bottle at us. We don't know what that means.
Moving on, before we do Man Balls, I want to briefly talk about Cincinnati FC, Rough Lads of the greater Metro Kentucky area derby. A lot of people on the internet are saying that this is going to be one of the most hyped events of the Open Cup era. Back to you.
Well, that means that it's roughly on level with an average
years.
MLS game at best.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
Yep,
There it is.
everyone thought that was very funny. No, so it strikes me that this is something that is shaping up to be kind of special. And I'm not talking about just the ticket sales, of which there have been many. I alluded to the fact that this is, I think officially this is going to be the highest attended fourth round U.S. Open Cup game in the history of the tournament. That's a big goddamn deal. But this is kind of one of those things where you just have a feeling, and maybe it's just me, but I just feel like this is going to be something we look back on in 20 years and go, man, I didn't know it was going to become so huge. I wish I would have, had the presence of mind to remember that first game. Back to you, John.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility.
Are you thinking about coming now?
No. I knew that's what you were trying to do, but it didn't work. I mean, I think it really just depends on what the trajectory that FC Cincy follows. I mean, if they come up to MLS, then of course this will be a thing that we can point to be like, that was the start of it all, the rivalry, their launch into MLS kind of thing. But if they don't ever make it up, then I don't think it'll really ever matter.
I don't know. I just think this rivalry is different from a perspective of, okay, so you want to talk about your Portland and your Seattles, right? We are led to believe that since 1872, these two groups of humans have been fucking upping the lads and fighting each other with sandwich boards. And it's like, okay, well, they've always fucking hated each other. Or you talk about Yankees and Red Sox, Celtics and Lakers, Ohio State, Michigan. There is always, you've been raised within a climate of hatred for the other team. With Cincinnati and Columbus, there's really no rivalry whatsoever. And we're so goddamn close that, a lot of people in Cincinnati are Crew fans. And so the basis of our rivalry is kind of friendship. And it just, that's kind of weird and really cool. Because I tweeted the other day, my favorite thing about this fucking rivalry already is getting into fake internet fights with my friends. I've enjoyed the shit out of that. The D Interstat, or however you say it, the guy who runs that, he's fucking great. 6 Day Soccer is obviously Rambo Gooner. He's fucking great. There's really no... It's just a chance to, get together with a shitload of people and, have fun. And fuck me if that's not what life is all about. Darby, back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no actual organic rivalry here, if we're honest. So there's the Cincinnati-Cleveland thing. But you look at Cincinnati and Columbus, it's like one team has a baller-ass football program and the other one doesn't. One has an NFL team, the other one doesn't. One has a hockey team, the other one doesn't. Neither one of them has a basketball team. There's no actual major league competitions by and large.
Right.
The only thing we have is geography and the fact that it's close enough to actually make the drive and not have to take off 2 days of work to pull it off.
And even in our collegiate athletic realm, our football team is the greatest thing that's ever existed. Theirs is a steaming pile of trash. Our basketball program should be good, but isn't. Theirs shouldn't be good and is. So it's there's not... And we refuse to play Cincinnati basketball, by the way.
I was going to say, we don't ever play them.
Yeah, right, because we won't. Because Ohio State has everything to lose and Cincinnati has everything to gain.
Yeah.
It's just... And I don't... When I say, there's no... When we say, there's no rivalry, that's not what we mean. Obviously, there's going to be a rivalry. It's a soccer team an hour and a half from us. If we lose this game, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm going to be really upset about the poop all over me.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Very upset about that.
Okay,
John.
now I'm coming because I want to see the poop.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, Nippert Stadium is the perfect place to poop yourself because, you'll fit right in.
Yeah, magic poopies. Yeah. Agreed. Greg Benson, delete your account. No, but I just think that the thing I like about this is there's no marketing department behind us pushing us to hate the other team and trying to sell their product based on this mutual hatred, because it doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
So you have an eye in on crew ticket sales, being part of Nordeca or whatever the fuck it's called,
being front
Nor on tour.
Show. Yeah.
Where's that sit right now? You have a number you can say?
So based on I was just in the ticket portal today at around 3 p.m. and based on what I can tell, in our two sections we have somewhere around 725 to 750 people in our section right now. Which is fucking crazy.
That's two sections, right, in the upper deck?
Yes. Okay. No. Well, it's lower deck.
Oh,
it's basically
sorry.
the Nordeck, where the Nordeck is in Crew Stadium.
Is there not an upper deck there? I guess I don't.
There
really,
is, but I don't. It only gets
They don't
used, I
open it.
think, for like
okay.
huge shit.
Yeah, only when they can sell the tickets.
Friendlies
do they
against
open it
Crystal
up.
Palace,
Oh,
basically.
okay. So that's my next question. Do we have any idea what their ticket sales are? Because their Open Cup
They're
games
like
thus far have
17,000,
been pretty
I think,
shit attended.
overall.
I want to say that they're right around 17.5 right now. They announced that they were over 15 earlier in the week. I don't believe I've seen any. But this is, John was saying this on the porch before the show. This is a midweek game. It's an away game. It's an Open Cup game. It's the fourth round of the fucking Open Cup, which is basically first round for everybody who matters.
It's first round for MLS teams.
Yeah. So this is not traditionally your biggest opportunity to bring a bunch of rough lads like Murderers Row down to the. I mean, we yell at each other off the air.
Yeah.
And then now we have 750 people going. I mean, the biggest Nor on Tour I've ever planned was 150, 160 people in D.C. This is like 7 times
and there's a bus for this trip, right?
There's a bus of 30 people.
Right, so everybody else is driving down independently.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is mind-blowing, which leads me to believe that this is going to be something really fucking special. I mean, Darby Schnarfus is going, for fuck's sake. He's not even tailgating.
Yeah, no, I have done my best, but everybody in Cincinnati.
Do they not tailgate for Cincy football
They don't have
games?
parking lots. There's like a couple of garages where maybe you can tailgate on the roof.
Yeah.
But the UC parking people say no. The FC Cincy people say no.
And this is an urban campus environment.
Right, yeah. There's no open space.
No, I know.
around your stadium.
Like I said, it was 2 blocks from our hotel, and it's in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Just like OSU, but they don't have the fields of parking lots like we do.
Yeah.
So
or like most MLS teams that aren't NYCFC game.
Roasted. Yep, Studio Nines loved it. Anyway, so yeah, we're again. If you are wondering about the specifics of that Nor on Tour coming up 6 days from today on 614, go to norontour.com/hot deals.
Is there just for people's curiosity? Is there going to be a cutoff for cruise ticket sales?
I sincerely doubt it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if these were the 2 sections, and if those 2 fill up, that's it. Because
No.
I know originally it was just the 1 section.
Yeah, we sold that out in less than 24 hours. That was 350. 102 is, if we sell at 102, we'll be over 1,000 people easily, in which case they will open up 103 for crew tickets. So you are under no great pressure to get tickets right now.
You should.
You should, for
Well,
sure.
yeah, don't wait, but
I
I
don't
just wanted
think-
to make sure that, if it came to Monday or Tuesday and people are like spur of the moment, like, I changed my mind.
Yeah,
they're still going to be able to get them.
Yeah, you should be able to go. The FCCFO did not give me any sort of cutoff date for when they're going to stop selling tickets. So I believe that they're going to take as much money from the 614 as they can, because they're a bunch of fuckboys.
One more quick thing. I'm
Yeah,
just
John
trying to
Zadar.
provide all the information
Your-
to the lad
your
uppers.
question.
If you're trying to go down there and you're trying to up these lads,
I'm hearing you.
What are you allowed to bring, if anything? Drums, flags.
Your car? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Cars?
well, no.
No,
Into the stadium.
Okay,
itself.
into the stadium. You cannot bring your car into
No,
the stadium.
we're right. I assumed.
Right. But you knew
unless
that.
it's an Acura,
You can bring
or
that.
Acura is allowed.
Yes, as long as you can carry it.
You have to pick it up.
No, you can drive it in.
You can drive it
Yeah,
in.
that's right.
Okay.
You can park it in the end
Where do you
zone.
put? Yeah, in the end zone. Okay.
It's a football stadium. You can park in the end zone. They're not using it.
You can put it wherever you want, just like the crew's going to do to FC Cincinnati.
Oh my God,
that's hot.
I don't know how they come back from that. Probably bow-legged.
Gross.
Let me smash.
So yeah, all of those details are on norontour.com. But yeah, you can bring flags. Tifo is not allowed. 2 sticks are allowed. Instruments
2 sticks are allowed.
2 sticks are allowed.
Is there a pole length?
5 feet?
5 foot.
Okay.
Is what they recommend.
Same as Crew Stadium, basically.
Yeah. Drums are allowed. Instruments are not. No smoke. No
a lot of people would
smoke.
say that drums are instruments.
No one says that.
Okay.
I talked to Andy Stanky. He's a band teacher. He teaches how to play it. And he said, Morgan, you're absolutely right, and you smell great, and you're great with kids. And I said, whoa, take it easy. Can you stop touching my leg? Yep, there it is. All right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Moving the fuck on to man balls. I remind you, as always, this is a combination of man of the match and game balls, which, as a saying, is too long as opposed to this explanation, which is perfectly formed. 40-year-old man-child Darby Schnarvis, we go to you first for your man balls of the week, my friend.
2? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, this is going to be tough this week.
Okay, so, Higuain scored a goal, and he gave me a bright moment of hope in that game, so he gets one. Yeah. Zach Steffen, because that first half he was pretty incredible, and the second half the shit that went in wasn't his fault. So, can't be mad at him.
Yeah, both those guys. Those are pretty much the only two. So, John Zidar, you want to just repeat that?
Good luck with that.
I having not watched the game and I have no alternative funny options. I was actually just going to give you one man ball to give away and you the other. So if you would like to give
Request denied.
If you'd both like to give 3, go right
I'll
ahead.
give away 4.
No.
Do you want to give away 1?
No, I'm not giving you both of mine.
You want a preview?
You can each get 1. Yeah, I know. That's why you're not getting both of them.
Darby Schnarvis, your third man ball.
Oh, shit. I'm going to give my third man ball to John Zidar for offering me the chance to use one of his man balls.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Respect.
Respect in all caps with the K
all
in there?
caps with the K.
Oh, man, son of a bitch. My first man ball goes to Zach Steffen of Cruisers FC. You got hung out to dry, my friend. I'm sorry about what happened to you. I hope that you can recover. Your mom's very funny. I saw her on the Mother's Day message. That woman is a rare treat. Did you see that thing where she had the gloves on and she's like, some say a mother is like catching a ball. You win your... she did it a lot better than me, John.
It sounds like you're butchering it.
That's right. My second man ball goes to Andres Mendoza of Cruisers FC for being possibly the greatest player in franchise history. And my
Is he here to accept that man ball?
Let's see. Andres Mendoza? Yep, it's Andres Mendoza.
Oh,
this
fantastic.
Is me. Thank you, Morgan. You're great with kids.
That doesn't sound like it.
You smell great. And you're one of my
What's
best friends.
this new line of propaganda you're trying to feed us where you're good with kids and you smell great? Where did this come
He's
from?
trying to get Pam to agree to marry him.
I did not say that, John. People are
Maybe
talking
he
about
shouldn't
that.
have neglected Derek for the last 4 years or whatever it's been. You're good with kids.
Great with well, people are saying that, John.
Great with them?
Yeah.
Kids
when
love
you Google,
Simon and Garfunkel.
When you Google child baby bodies...
I don't know who said that, but they probably smell great and are great with kids. Did I give away 3 already?
No, you gave away 2.
Did not.
My third one goes to Andres Mendoza. I'm the greatest player in franchise history. I'm Andres Mendoza. I'm Peruvian. Ha ha ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the Count from Sesame Street, bitches. You having fun yet, John?
Yep.
I really want John Zidar dead.
Same.
Jesus God, Glenn Tennis. I can't believe
Make
this
it
guy.
happen, man.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Unfortunately, we don't
DM
have
me. I'll send you my address.
any further man balls to give away unless Matt Salon MX. Nope. You got yours. You're keeping them. If you've enjoyed the shit lordery in segment 1, I've got some great news for you. We're coming back on segment 2 with celebrity guest Hillary Last Name. She's obsessed with Eddie Gavin, and you'll be obsessed with her. And you're listening to ACES Radio.
Here we go. Now we blasting off into the ozone. The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show. That we paving the road that's opposed to the dojo. Going over your head like a top hat. Stop that. I know you hear me spitting these hot raps. Now watch that beat, cause it's about to drop. The Rockets is the 09 jump off. Yeah, yo. Last name Pan, first name Peter. I know you see me playing and you want me to teach you, but I say elevated so that all God's creatures can hear me shout it out like my name is Aretha. Getting RESPECT. Fly by, see the looks on your faces. Cause I'm in full EFFECT. Jet setting on a daily basis. David F. Man, you don't stop. David, you won't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain, yeah. I'm an ace pilot, yeah. I want to spin my wings and fly. To all the people in coach, yeah. And to my first class folks, yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky. Yeah. As the curvature of the earth takes shape, fly fast forward like a videotape and no cape. Just follow my jet stream, proud in the clouds on the boom in the precinct. I'll have no trampoline, black box in the pocket of my jet jeans. Shine with the stars so bright, even NYC sees me. Get that?
Oh, yeah, baby. Ignorance slash shitlord. Solana Max. The X stands for nothing at all. If you are hearing the sound of my voice, you've stuck with us from segments 1 to 2. The trick's on you. This is a garbage Buffalo Bills podcast, and you should not be here. Brought to you as always by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors Blood and Urine, Spit and Salvia, and Erica Kress, and the dead rotting corpse of Kevin Burns. It's episode 49 of ACES Radio. Thank you for joining us. Darby, that went away really fast. Nope, there it is. How you feeling, pal?
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm definitely not having a stroke right now.
That's good. Welcome back, everyone. It is segment 2 of ACES Radio. That means only one thing. We have a celebrity guest in our presence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, welcome to the show, Hillary, last name. Hillary.
Yes.
Last name. Welcome to ACES Radio.
Why are you saying last name when you know what her last name is?
Why am I saying last name?
Because I would rather not my last name be out in the public.
Oh, okay.
She does not want her actual persona associated with this trash podcast, John.
That's correct.
Okay. And Chicka Chicka was already taken.
It's like the smartest thing that's ever happened on the show.
Is your last name not attached to your articles?
No.
It's not.
I checked.
Not. I asked.
I was going to say, because you may be about to foil your own plan.
Yeah.
No, it's not attached.
Now, I was thinking about that today when I was putting the slides together, and I'm like, I have no idea what Hillary's last name is. And I went to mlsfemale.com/hot deals, and your name's not on there. Your name's nowhere to be found. So before we get into all of the meat and potatoes of this interview, tell us, if you will, how would crew fans know you?
I don't know, other than Twitter, if they really would. I'm short. I blend in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sit in Nordeck. I love Nordeck. I love listening to you guys chant. But I'm kind of in the center of the field, and I don't really know if they would, other than Twitter.
Okay,
well, the best
club seats.
No, I don't know. They're the seats I've had since
East
I started.
Side or West Side?
All of you
in the shade or in the sun?
In the sun.
All right.
You people that don't sit in the Nordeck outnumber us in the back room right now. This is possibly
it's
first
all of
time.
us but you.
Solanum X, Hillary, the shitlord known as Darby Schnarfus. John, where do you sit?
Me half the time.
Yeah. Sometimes you're in the upper deck.
That's nice.
I wouldn't be able to see all the people standing in front of me.
That's true. You are very small. Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen you since you got here. I'm just hearing your voice. But people would know you primarily from Twitter as Hills for Crew.
Yep.
What does Hills for Crew mean?
Honestly, I avoided Twitter forever, and I started following crew players on there, through the internet, and my friend gave me so much crap, they call me Twitter stalker, that I finally made an account, and he's the one that came up with the idea, because the only reason I ever got on Twitter was for the crew.
I like the suggestion that you're following them through the internet.
Well,
someone, the alternate is my friend
stalking.
actually just printed out their tweets and mailed them to me.
That would be better. Not through the Twitter app.
So you were just going to Twitter.com.
The browser. You were pamming it.
Yeah, right. That's
what
Pam
fucking
does.
Pam does.
Yeah, but then I broke down, because I was following too many guys, and it was too complicated, so I broke down.
I'm not even going to go there.
Go on.
How many guys specifically?
Fan fucking time. Dude, I listened to last week's episode, the interview with Alexis Chipotle.
Yeah.
The end of it.
That I butchered.
Yeah, dude. It was the worst, but it might be my favorite thing that ever happened here. She just was she was pretty much vomiting here. She was laughing so hard. Okay, so Hills for Crew on Twitter. Where is you from?
Where is that from? I am from Northeast Ohio, Medina, Ohio, but I've been here since college.
Medina?
Medina.
That's where Scottish shitlord Tom Mathers lives, is it not? This is a guy on Twitter.
You would know more than anyone else
Twitter,
standing
but
here.
I have no idea.
Wait, no.
I'm in the 330 like Josh Williams. I grew up in the 330.
What am I? Oh, I'm thinking of Menor. No, Medina's different. Medina's a completely different place. Is that right?
The Mentor, yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are saying it's pretty much the same. So you're from Menor, and you says to yourself, how'd you end up in Columbus?
College. Ohio Wesleyan, and then Ohio State.
Ohio Wesleyan.
Ohio Wesleyan.
Did you play sports for the Battling Bishops?
I played a season of intramural where the fraternity guys kicked my ass, so I retired from soccer for a while.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Nice.
You in groups of guys. Jesus.
I had a lot of friends that went to Ohio Wesleyan, and it struck me the first time that I went there, and maybe you can corroborate this, I noticed that nobody wears shirts at Ohio Wesleyan. No guys ever wear shirts there. And the frat life is super important at OWU, because Delaware is just there's no crazy off-campus area. It's just if you're not in Greek life, you basically don't have fun. Can you confirm or deny these buildings full of guys at Ohio Wesleyan that just never wear shirts?
I wish that was the case. I didn't witness that. Would have made college a lot more fun.
I feel like you're lying.
Let's also mention this is 2 consecutive weeks with crew women who have voluntarily lived in Delaware, Ohio, which is amazing. Because I lived there for a decade, and hell no.
A lot of us are wishing you'd go back.
Even 1 year takes a brave soul.
So was what's that bar called? The Jug? Is it?
Oh no, the Backstretch.
Backstretch?
Uh-huh.
Could you have been farther
It's
off?
horse related.
No,
The
there's
Jug,
also the brown
or
jug, but it's
Backstretch?
gone.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
gone.
it is?
Gone. Yes, by many
Many
years.
years.
It's been 3 things since
But
then.
Really?
the big thing was the brown jug race, yeah.
Yeah, that. So, of all the campuses that I visited friends at, and there's no way to say this without sounding like a complete fucking entitled prick, but
Silver Spooner is the word you're
Silver
searching
Spooner,
for.
yeah, right. The townies at OWU are are just like the most fascinating and aggressive townies. Like Athens, it puts Athens to shame. Your thoughts on the townies at Ohio Wesleyan?
They've changed a bit since I was there, but back then, yeah, that was the case. You prayed when you crossed the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of hooting and hollering.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the kids are saying, Darby? You're a young man.
Yeah, no.
I believe
Nobody ever says that.
Hooterin'. Yeah.
Hooterin'. That's
They
not
might
even
say
it.
that. They might say that in Mentor, but not around these parts.
Yeah, not Medina. No, wait. Ohio Wesleyan isn't the bishops, are they?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are.
The battling
okay.
bishops.
That's right.
There
Damn,
you go.
I'm on point tonight.
You
So
are.
you goes to Ohio Wesleyan.
I do.
And you says to yourself, what's Rural Route 315 all about? I want to drive up there, and you get on it.
I do.
And you go. The zoo traffic is a bitch, but you end up in the metropolitan mecca of Columbus, Ohio, and you says to yourself, this is the place. Is that how it went?
That's exactly how it went. It was like the dream location.
Yeah. She's shaking her head yes. She's saying, yes, this is exactly right. But no, Delaware to Columbus, was it just like, I'm never going back to Mentor? It's not my thing?
I found a job here.
Okay. Were you looking here? Were you looking back
both.
in Mentor?
Both.
Okay.
Both
What about
Mentor.
Chardon? Were you looking in Chardon as well? I knew it.
Toledo,
Hilltoppers.
wherever in Ohio.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you get to Columbus and you says to yourself, I'm not up enough, lads. I'm not stalking enough people on Twitter. I need a professional football team to follow.
Yeah.
Cruisers FC was the answer. Why was that?
The first time I went to a game, I lied. The third time I went to a game, I was hooked. It was playoffs. It was 2008 playoffs.
Okay. I want to hear about the first two
I was
times.
going to say the first two times didn't do it for you?
I just don't remember them. But I'd started playing soccer again, and the team just had so much energy and personality. They just hooked you in, and I was hooked. I listened to everything I could find. I read everything I could find, and they were my team from then on out.
Nice. And you says to yourself, I can't be in the Nordac. It's too intense. I got to sit with the shitlord known as Salon MX.
Yeah, I gotta sit low.
Damn. Do you know who Yvonne Siegel is?
I do. We've met.
Oh, good.
She's great.
If there was one person I could guarantee myself that you had met in real life, it would probably
We
be
ran
Yvonne.
into each other in Worthington, and I was like, I think I know you from Twitter. And she was like, I do know you from
And she was
Twitter.
like,
I'm so happy about everything. I'm a seagull. Oh my God.
Let's talk
I thought
more
she
shit
was
about
here.
her. That was
That
her.
was really good.
You thought it was fake Katie Mitchell, but it turned out to be Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
By the way, Zima is being
I saw.
re-released today, John. What do you
I know.
think about that?
I'm going to go buy some for her.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's going to be hard to find, actually.
I wondered about that. I don't know. I just figured I'd go to Giant Eagle. I don't know.
What did you say? There is some at Giant Eagle?
I just figured that's where I would go. I don't know if there is or not.
Because you're there to get Jolly Ranchers, and hopefully there'll be Zima, because you can't have one without the other.
I guess. I don't know.
Killer, you strike me as somebody who has done a
never
lot of
actually-
experimentation with Jolly Rancher flavors and Zima. Would you talk to me about that?
Yeah, you have to have both. You can't have one without the other.
You
Kind of
can't.
like Mentos and Coke. You can't do it.
So how's this? I
think
don't-
you're thinking the
I don't know how
opposite.
this works. So what? You open a Zima and you open a Jolly Rancher and you put the Jolly Rancher in the Zima?
It flavors the
You seriously asking this?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I never
forget that
had
you're
Zima,
11.
so I don't.
John's a decade too young.
Like that's why I
for
make
Zima.
fun of it because it's stupid and old.
He was eating.
I never
Fruit
had
Loops
it.
at the
Son
time.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
I thought we were being friends together as people who had experienced.
When did it go away?
Probably before you were born.
Yeah, probably no.
No, because I know what it is.
Probably 2000-ish.
Okay, yeah, I
You were
wasn't
in
even
middle
in
school?
high school yet.
God damn it, son of a bitch! You take the Jolly Rancher and you put it in there because Zima tastes like garbage.
So you literally just put a Jolly Rancher in the Zima bottle?
Yeah.
Just one Jolly Rancher is enough?
I mean, like you could
I
do
don't know.
more, but that doesn't sound smart.
Well, I don't know.
Because everything up until that point sounds smart.
Right.
Well, okay.
So wait, what does Zima taste like on its own?
Like
Alcohol?
Alcohol?
Just like rubbing alcohol?
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're both saying yes,
It's
so
like
I believe
it's
it.
a malt beverage.
Yeah.
So it's like imagine beer without anything positive related to it.
Would you guys say it's kind of berry flavored a little bit?
Yeah, it was kind of fruity.
Yeah. I mean,
on its own, it's a little berry
A
flavored.
little bit.
So back when, so there was, I think that you can summarize the non-beer availability of drinks to like kids. When I started drinking as a kid, like beer's not great. You know, nobody's
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'd like a natural ice, please.
Right.
I'm 12.
A kid's like, that's
Yeah.
gross.
So there was Bartles and James, Zima, I mean, that might be fucking
basically it. Yeah, like even the
unless you're
like
going
the
liquor or
Seagram's
wine.
coolers weren't a thing. So
right. So like Zima, when it came out, it was like
big deal.
Yeah, you know, it was like okay,
it was a game changer, John. You don't even know.
You missed
I know
out.
I do. That's what I'm asking. Thank you, you old fucks.
Yeah. So
just one Jolly Rancher, and what, you sit there and wait for it to dissolve?
No.
Oh, you just start drinking it immediately.
I don't think it
How is it having an
dissolves.
effect then?
Well, because well, first of all, it
Psychology.
colorizes it.
Yeah.
If
So you
it's
just
like
if placebo.
it's like an orange Jolly Rancher, it kind of turns the Zima orange.
Right. That's why I asked if you needed to wait for it to dissolve.
It's garbage. You know what? This is a Hillary interview. How dare you, son of a bitch? So you find yourself outside the Nordac in 2008, and you says, "I'm too small to go in there. I love open lads.
Scared to go in there.
But I'm too scared." Fast forward to, recently. One of the things that people have been talking about on the internet, all crew fans have been really talking about this, and they said Hillary's now writing for MLSfemale.com.
Woohoo!
And I want you to tell us what MLS Female is. Oops, here the audience loves it. Because to me, it sounds like the worst titled website
We decided
in the
the
history
name
of
is
the fucking
bad,
world.
and you should make them change
I should
it.
rename it.
Yeah.
Apparently, they tweeted they needed writers, and they started a group called NFL Female because the founder felt there wasn't enough female voices in
Founder of what?
in football.
Oh.
The founder of the site.
Of this site,
Yeah.
okay.
And they decided to expand into soccer. So
NFL Female was first.
NFL Female was first. I feel like there's a rumor, or I've seen a NASCAR Female, but I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, so don't quote me.
I've seen some of those wandering around Grove City.
Do you
a lot
find
of
it
NASCAR females down there?
It's just it's a dating site where you find your cousin.
Gross.
Now, this is one of those scenarios where I both understand why it exists.
Ancestor Tinder.
And I also... Are you going to do the whole thing again, John?
No,
I'm
done.
ready.
Go ahead. It's fine.
We can do it. We can make this the whole segment again. I love that. That was great. So I see why this is a good thing. Listen, sports fandom is unquestionably more male dominated than female. However, the implication I think you could kind of take from MLS Female is like girls need to be talked to in a certain way. And, we need girls to write about this because only girls can put sensitive subjects like sports in a way that girls can. And to me, it's like, yes, I know why it's necessary, but also like, dude, some of the best crew fans I fucking know are girls. Most of them are girls. Like, did you ever kind of feel like that when you were thinking about getting involved?
I had concern that, I had friends say, well, is a female perspective really need to be written? It's not necessarily a female perspective. I think it's just another outlet to give fans another voice. I don't think it has to be only for female writers. It gives us a chance as the writers too to converse with each other. I definitely don't think I've read some of the other girls' articles, women articles, and they're not writing with a girl voice. It's not like, oh, that guy's so cute.
Right.
Right. It's pretty hardcore writing.
Nor are they.
It's legitimate sports journalism.
The thing is, we're all volunteers, so we're doing it, for fun. And, you can go the more press route and push that, or you can stay more in the fan realm. And I wanted to stay more in the fan realm than the press realm because I would never be able to stay quiet in a press box.
Yeah.
I yell too much during games and scream at things.
That would make you perfect to cover Orlando City in Orlando.
I was going to say, some teams don't mind if you do that.
But I think it just gives people more opportunity to read different voices and get different perspectives on teams.
Yeah, I think, John, you started to ask it before I rudely interrupted you, but there's no, you're just writing as a human. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're not writing.
Well, I try. Maybe
as
it's more
a girl.
robotic. I don't know.
The perspective is not. Yeah, sure. Some girls are watching soccer because the dudes are hot. Just some dudes are watching volleyball because the chicks are hot.
I think there's some dudes
perspective
watching
wise,
soccer
you're
because the dudes
just
are
you're watching as a sports fan, so your gender really has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But as far as opportunities to hear the female opinion on sports they're very slim. So yeah, I think it's good. That's the thing. Because I can't think of any female. What are some female writers for the actual MLS site? Are there any?
There's the one that does
Ariel
the videos.
does
Ariel Castillo.
She's like an editor, isn't she? Isn't her role editor?
Yeah, she's more like content.
So she doesn't actually
development.
produce content. She just manages the people that do. I guess
there was
Andrew
Rachel
Kings.
Panetta, but she's also more of a content creator as opposed to just a writer.
But I don't think there are any women that work for MLS that are an Andrew King. What you do is you cover this team.
Yeah.
They've always just been video I don't know, which kind of is, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but a little bit subconscious, like eye candy kind of bullshit thing. Like,
I think it's very intentional,
like,
and I think the answer to like why does there need to be a girl perspective in writing is that, well, girls in sports are put on the sidelines and a bunch of makeup is thrown on their face, and they shove a camera in their in their goddamn grill, and they go, "All right, be cute and say something that the coach said at halftime."
Right. Not to say that, like, I mean, Crew's an example of that. I mean, not that Ashley or Alex aren't good at their job, but they went from, young, attractive blonde girl to young, attractive blonde girl.
Sure.
So you can't tell me that there weren't other candidates and that there wasn't maybe a little bit of something to that.
Yeah, and there's like, probably there's
the sideline reporters always seem to be women.
There's way more depth to this conversation than ACES Radio is capable of providing. But I'm at least the articles that I've seen that you've written, and I read a couple the other day. I think it was Sporting Kansas City and Seattle. The thing that I like,
three favorite teams,
exactly. Was it wasn't like, this is the girl blog about soccer. Oh my God, did you see their shirts? Too tight, not tight enough. Girlfriend, go for it.
Yeah,
like,
they're serious sports fans and they care about the game passionately. It's nice to have that, and it's nice to kind of make connections between other teams, like to have someone from RSL who's been very supportive of what I've been writing, and they all retweet, and it's nice to have that. But it's just another opportunity to get more people reading about soccer and thinking about the team, and anything that I can do, even if it's small, and even if 2 people are reading the articles, that's something.
Yeah.
So are you, as far as like topic of articles, are you free to do pretty much whatever you want, or are you like required to do like a game recap? And
they like us to do a game recap, but we've been using Slack to communicate, and my technology self, and they're really encouraging us to do other things, like go off, and right now they're really pushing us to do something about the inaugural teams, like the conception teams, which would be the Crew would be one of those, or go out and talk to the fans, or get a perspective. So we have some freedom for sure. They do like those recaps, but like the Colorado game, I stalled. Like to write in about another comeback loss was really hard for me. And actually after the Toronto one, I emailed them and said, can I just combine the next 2 games together? Because I was hoping to God that they would pull out a Seattle win and I could kind of do something with that. Like, oh, look, they're totally a different team now. Thank God they did, because otherwise I was going to be like, they've lost 3 games in a row and I can't write anymore.
Dude, you should do your own podcast. You can just talk about whatever the hell you want.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then the Colorado game came, and I was like, oh, I got to write another loss. So I sent them it several days later, and I said, I'm really sorry. I tried to write about like just following a player or looking at one play, but I was uninspired. So here's my recap, and I'm really sorry.
So I think
I've done that before. I mean, I wrote about the team for a year, and it is hard when they're losing, or especially when just like the same thing over and over and over again. You're just like, how can I phrase the same fucking thing, 4 different ways, because it just keeps happening. It's just like, you may as well just write, they did it again.
That was going to be my Toronto. They lost. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
they saved themselves in that Seattle game.
Right.
I flew on a plane back from Montreal in 2015 and sat next to Jardy, and it's kind of how we became friends. And one of the things I asked him was like, because when I met him, he was head to toe in Cleveland Indians stuff. He was like wearing an Indians hat, an Indians jacket with an Indians jersey, and like Indians underpants, like Indian slippers. And he said to me, he's like, oh yeah, I'm actually a Cleveland Indians fan. I'm like, yeah, no, I gathered that.
Yeah.
But he's obviously like a very passionate sports fan, but he's a journalist that covers sports for a living, and it's fascinating to me that people that do that, how they're able to stay not emotional, and how they don't. Speaking of Jardy, he had a really nice retrospective piece on Thad Matta this week.
I read it. It was great.
And he kind of delves into it a little bit, where it's like, it's my job to kind of be a prick to this guy. When things are bad, I can't not fucking talk about it. That to me was the thing that if I were to think about, writing for a living about Crew SC, I'd be like, well, there's no fucking way I could ever, like, if I know somebody.
You can't even talk bad about stuff on this show.
Right.
And you don't get paid to do it.
Right. There's just a level of me that, like, once I know somebody, I'm unable to criticize them publicly. And is that part of what goes into after a game going like, okay, we lost 5-0 to Toronto, now I have to talk a bunch of shit, I don't want to do it.
Right.
That was some of my concern when I thought about this for a month before I said I'd do it. And one of my concerns was that I would lose the joy of the team. Like the team brings me so much. It's amazing that I was afraid writing about it, especially losses, and pointing out the bad would kill the joy. And I haven't found that to be the case yet. But I tend to be more on the positive side. I do point out the bad, like Mensah's foul in Toronto and his game in Colorado. You point that out, but you always try to find something I always try to find something that's good about this team because I always believe that somehow they'll pull it out. They don't always, but I go into it thinking they're going to. Steve Stork's been helpful. Like, he's been great.
Steve's great.
I immediately reached out to he and another writer and said, do I do this? Like, does this ruin my love of this team? And he was like, you need to do it. And then he actually read and gave me some feedback on my first 2 articles. And he said, it'll take time to find my voice. And I'm finding that to be the case, but he's been great. Because his writing is some of my favorite.
It's about time, because a lot of people have said that Cirque has just been one of the most miserable assholes for the last 20 years. And it's finally... I'm glad that he's finally.
This is the first positive words I've ever heard about him.
Ever.
The man is just.
Last week, somebody was on the show. I don't remember who it was, and they're like, "Steve Cirque killed my grandmother." And I was like, "That's
and they had
right."
Pictures. I saw.
It was Solana Max.
Yeah.
His wife. He killed his wife. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The kids are upset. You seem happy about it. I don't know what's happening here. To each their own. Okay, now you're an investigatory journalist at this point, and you're one of the top lads in the game.
Of course I am. Yeah. No.
Everybody's talking about it.
I don't know if anyone even reads them.
Do you guys?
I like to write them.
Do you guys have people for each team right now?
I think they're still looking for a few Western Conference teams, and last I heard is we're working on getting a Chicago Fire writer on board, but we don't have one yet.
Why would anybody?
Well, I don't know why you would do that. There's no team in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, Bridgeview. Sorry,
there you go. You should tell them to change their search.
I should tell them, to tweet that
That's
out
probably
differently.
the problem.
So, what about people with girls' names? Are they allowed?
They already have a crew writer, Morgan.
You could probably get that done.
I could cover the Bridgeview
People
Fire.
would believe it.
Yeah, I have a lot of hot takes about them.
And you got the girl's name going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like...
See, leave your last name off so they can't confirm whether you're a guy or a girl like she does. And
you don't use your last name. I don't use a picture of myself.
Right.
I think that's the way you
you could use a picture of yourself and they still might go for it.
Yeah, I probably could.
Who even knows?
I don't grow up much facial hair. It's sad for me. So you're internationally known at this point. People are talking about you. They're saying, when is she going to make her profile public, and what's her last name? So you're being talked about a lot. But you come on ACES Radio tonight.
I do.
You associate yourself with this trash pocket.
I do. I wonder if I'll still have my writing gig when I'm done.
Probably not. I saw your text message alert go off. Somebody asked you to delete your account. Why ACES Radio?
You asked. And I
Is that
honestly,
right? That's all it takes?
You can mute this out. It does. Isn't that sad?
He doesn't edit things.
Hell yeah.
Say whatever you want.
You guys, I like your opinions on the team. I followed you guys all on Twitter for a long time. Why not?
Now, was this before you had an account? Were you printing off our tweets and sending
them to your friends?
I have it in a box in my basement. All the printed out tweets are there.
There's a box that says Darby. There's a box that says
Chronological
Solana Max.
order.
John Clem. We kind of had to set that one on fire due to Caitlin's Law.
I got all that research. That's how you do journalism.
So you emailed me Jesus. You sent me a message this morning and you said, is there any way that we cannot use my last name? And I said, that's the right answer. Yeah. And it struck me this morning that you've begun to realize what you've gotten yourself into. Are you
or
regretting?
I'm so good that I just need one name like Archer. I don't need a last name.
You could be the Hillary with one L.
Or the Glauber.
Yeah, most people have 2 L's, right?
I have one, yeah.
You have one.
I do.
Yeah. You could be like Glauber and get your ACL blown out in the Open Cup next week.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Everyone's
whose ACL is going to get blown out next week? We didn't talk about
Hillary's.
No.
Oh, it's Hillary's?
Yeah.
What position are you starting at?
I'm a midfielder.
Midfield. Wing or center?
Wing.
Which wing?
Right.
Probably the Ethan Finley one because he sucks.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah. Well, you can say hey to him as you pass him on the bench.
Actually, what I'm hoping is that the blown knee actually goes to Sorrow. That just like he's watching at home, it fucking explodes, and that can be the battle.
I just have this horrible picture of his adorable daughter with like blood and knee shrapnel on her face, just like
rough lads.
That'd be the roughest of all lads right there, John. Okay, so you made the tragic decision to come to ACES Radio. While you're here, I want to ask you what we call the Greg Benson question. This is his favorite. He's not here tonight.
love this. I love this.
Oh, yeah. Hey, fake what's your
that? Is that an attempt at an Australian accent? I love this. I love it.
Oi, mates. I love
Crikey!
Oh, Jesus. You blow my fucking headphones out. Good God.
That's awesome.
Tyler's loving this. Jesus. Talk to us about your favorite off-the-field memory.
I have two. Can I share two?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, one was just funny. I was at a restaurant, El Arapazo in Gahanna, and I was sitting diagonal from Bernardo and Nora on a date. And it was funny just to watch him
Cristiano
try to get
Bernardo.
some action from the girl on his date.
Aaron Schneiblis is going to knife you because she's still in love with that guy.
Oh, he's a good dude, but it was just funny to watch.
He looks like a Jonas brother. Which one?
He does. I don't know.
Yeah. The old one?
Maybe.
I think so.
I tried to wait for his date to leave the table so I could be like, hey, good luck at the game on Saturday, but
Yeah.
she didn't, and then I felt too stalked.
You're like, just kidding. You're probably not going to play. It's fine.
Yeah, it's right before he got traded out. And then my other one is actually when we did the 2 sticks of all the players, I did not get my favorite player 2 stick, which is Eddie Gavin. And you were kind enough to send me one in the mail, so it's going to be hanging on my office. And that was awesome. It made my day.
Fucking fantastic transition to something that I wanted to cover at the beginning but forgot to. You are an Eddie Gavin addict.
I am. It's true.
Did you only invite her on here because you knew her favorite off-field memory was basically you?
No,
I mean, maybe I did it. Maybe I did subconsciously, John. No,
It's like, yeah, I'm bringing her on because she's going to say that me doing something is her
No,
favorite.
we were. That was absolutely not why I invited her on. We were doing all these 2 sticks, and I literally set one aside because I'm like, dude, Hills for Crew is gonna fucking go ballistic if she doesn't end up getting one of these
funny
things.
Because I tweeted him to say, hey, these were awesome. I'm really, they were great and they looked amazing, and I'm really bummed I didn't get an Eddie Gavin one. And he's like, well, funny enough, I have one pulled aside from you, and I was like, score.
He's literally sitting in the
Caster
Connection waiting.
I thought you were just saying something not like fake nice, but it was real nice.
I addressed it to Hillary Gavin.
You did.
Yep. And that's the last I heard of it. Did you have? Is it now a pillowcase? Do you set your face on it?
It's a body pillow.
Yeah.
She sleeps with it.
Yeah.
There you go. No, I'm gonna. I'm turning my office into a crew themed room, and when I get that done, it'll be framed in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You don't need to frame it. It's not that cool.
A lot of people are saying you should just probably throw it away.
It kind of like Eddie's face on those 2 sticks kind of looks like like the Shroud of Torah? Is that what it's called?
Turin.
Yeah. Turin?
Yes, it kind of does.
Yeah, because it's like he kind of looks Jesus-y with the beard.
Well, it's just like 2 eyes and then just like a paint explosion where the rest of his face is. Yeah.
Either Unabomber or Jesus, one of those two.
I mean, they're basically interchangeable.
What's the difference?
Right?
That's what I thought. Yeah. A lot of the Unabomber
Sorry, Todd.
is he's in the New Testament a lot, I think.
The Unabomber?
Yeah.
He's the one that led the Jews out of Egypt, right?
He turned the wine into Zima.
Right. He blew the sea open in half.
That's right.
Isn't that no?
How are you going to explode an ocean?
I don't know. A lot of shoe bombs.
There is not enough magic in the world.
They didn't even have shoes then. That's what's great about the sandal bombs.
I read that the other day. They did not have shoes.
No.
A lot of people were dying from their feet falling off.
Right.
Yeah. Sand is hot. Back to you, Hillary. All right, so why? Like, talk to us about your addiction to Eddie Gavin. It's been years since the Dayton Dutch Lions murdered him.
I still miss him every day.
Yeah?
Like, do you know where he is now?
He's in Florida coaching. Oh yeah, I would Twitter stalk him, but he's not on Twitter.
He's in Florida.
Would you
coaching.
physically stalk him? Like, have you been to Florida to
No,
just kind of
that's
see?
a little extreme.
Would you admit it if you
Allegiant
had?
has really cheap flights down there.
They do.
Yeah,
it's true.
so
Maybe that'll
Air
be my
Egypt?
summer mission.
What'd
And
you say?
Allegiant.
my special piece. Like I'll go stalk Eddie Gavin and write about him. But
He's
no.
the weirdest player in the history of the league.
Yeah.
From like a personal perspective, like he's just a weirdo. And I don't see that. I don't say that as like
Oh, no,
a
I don't mean it that
Unabomber
way.
type of weirdo. Like he just has no interest in ever
No.
being seen again.
No.
Ever seeing anyone
There was
again?
a while where I wondered if he was kind of alive. We joked about sending messenger pigeons after him.
Yeah.
Like he just kind of disappeared, and I really can never forgive the Dayton Dutch Lions for that.
No,
name,
you
because
never should.
I really think had he not gotten hurt, he wouldn't have retired. And I think he's a great fit for Berhalter's system.
He's a great fit for.
Well, he
anyone.
would be like 57 years old now, right?
No, he's like fucking
He's like
30.
32, 31.
Yeah.
He's so young, and
Yeah, when he played that first game in New York where he
16.
played
That's true.
goalie, he was 16.
Yeah, he was a wee child.
I mean, I just remember him even playing goal against the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah,
win.
that didn't go very well.
But it was funny. And it was,
We won.
He had a stop.
He made a save or
And
two.
we still won the game.
And we
I think,
won.
3-2.
You said it didn't go well, like he let in 8.
Well, we were up by like 8.
Like he did better than you would have done.
But that doesn't say anything. I'm more of a basketball guy. You know that.
But you get to use your hands.
We don't use our hands in basketball.
Face dribbling.
Yeah. A lot of heading of the nets.
Heading of the nuts.
That's right. That's how you defend, John.
Okay.
You learned something today, didn't you, pal?
I guess.
So, you know, I heard a story about Eddie Gavin once that when the Dayton Dutch Lions murdered him.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Indeed, he had a paycheck, like he just kind of left. And
Wait, what?
The front office like had one of his paychecks, and they're like, so like. Are you
they were just like they give out paychecks to players. Just like
if
here.
you want that, if that's like the way you want to be paid,
so
which
weird.
Eddie Gavin is that kind of person.
He does not want to be traced. He would probably like print out a check.
He's like, I want a stack of
still
50s,
a form of
please.
tracing. Yeah.
And then like they're like, okay, so we still have this check. Does anybody know how to?
They didn't even know where he went.
No. All they had is like his parents' contact information.
I would just mail it there.
But you can't. Like
Why?
you can't just send like someone's paycheck to
Sure you
not
can.
them.
Sure you can.
So it was like this
Well,
whole
they don't
thing.
come for
So
it.
did they find him ever? Do you know?
I don't remember the.
Well, they
or
know
they
where
just
he is now.
shredded it.
Yeah. I don't really
Wait,
know.
where is he now? We know.
Florida. Coaching somewhere.
Yeah, he's coaching a really
Okay.
tiny university.
Like a for-profit
Like a
Christian.
Christian
But is
college.
it? Is he? Because
yeah,
he's
it's like
he's
basically
churching it.
all of the students are on the soccer team, I think.
All of the students.
Yeah, because they only have an enrollment of like 18.
Oh, okay.
Well, they only travel 18. There's only 11 people that actually go to class. It's fine. That's funny. That's a funny soccer joke.
I'm not here to play. I'm not here to play class school. Okay.
He was
okay,
obviously
Cardell.
never concerned about the money either. That was never seemed to be his big thing.
I don't know what he was ever concerned
I
about.
was gonna say, what is? Well, yeah. Why do it?
Yeah, I don't know. He just was one of those players that worked hard every time he was on the field, and I loved that about him. And he got it done
Quietly.
and
Yeah.
I appreciate that. He didn't need flash. He was just one of those solid players. So
One of the few players in crew history that spoke less than Michael Parkhurst.
probably
To
true.
a referee.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed
Or
to say
anyone.
this either, but that same trip where Jardy was dressed head to toe in like Indians underpants, he had just I think he had just gotten moved to the Buckeye basketball beat at that time.
Jardy?
Yeah. But he was helping cover like the playoff run in 15 or whatever, and he was telling me that he had proposed this story to the sports editor at the Dispatch, where he was basically it was going to be like an expose season long about him finding Eddie
I will
Gavin.
find Gavin.
I would have. That would have been.
How did that get? How did that not get approved?
It did, and actually, I think that he was like halfway through it when he got transferred off the beat.
So what? They
I
just
want
like
those
shelved
notes.
it when he got transferred.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
So that is sitting half finished
Yes.
somewhere on a Dispatch
Right.
hard
That
drive.
could be a
Send it to
book,
me.
Hills
I
for
will-
Crew.
I will be on it.
Erickson.
I got all summer off. I've got time.
There you go. Andrew Erickson, steal it.
Yeah.
And send it to Hill.
I'm on
Jardy,
it.
as soon as your dog gets better, get the notes together.
Right.
I'm sure it's still sick, John. That's probably why he hasn't been on the show.
I can only assume.
Well,
Apologize.
now he's got a child who can be sick all the time.
Two.
Right?
Right.
So, yeah.
And I think Noel
Whole new
Gallagher
excuse.
did something the other day. He's probably freaked out about that. So he's got a lot of stuff going on. But when you find the notes, give them to Hills for Crew at hillsforcrew.com/hot deals address.
I'll finish
Send it
the
there.
expose for him.
Yeah.
No,
Where in the world
Steve
is Eddie
Sirk
Gavin?
would help you write the book,
Oh,
because this
that'd be
needs to be a
awesome.
book length treatment.
I feel like it
Like
does.
it's not even a Rolling Stone long form article. It needs to be a freaking book.
I think
you
that's
can
a
get
great
300
idea.
pages.
I'm on that. Like it's like Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego, except Where in the World's Eddie Gavin.
Right. But it's
I
not
think
just
that's
like a
great.
traditional tracking someone down
no.
piece, because, yeah, you can find him, but half the greatness of the piece would be like talking to him.
Oh yeah.
And that would be the battle.
I don't think he would. Yeah.
Would he talk though if you went and bumped
I don't
him?
think
I don't
initially.
think he would. I don't think he
But
would.
that's what good journalists do, John. Investigatory journalists. They
Is
get
that where you
people
can
to
use
talk.
the girl tears? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I can never use the girl tears. You tell me. Is that
I
what
can
they work
record
for?
this song for you, and you can just have it on your phone.
There you go.
I am an investigatory journalist, and I work for a website. I've been following you. It's not creepy.
That's when he
Why?
runs.
Yeah.
He runs screaming.
Yeah, but because of his knee, he probably can't run as fast anymore.
Good
So,
call.
yeah.
I'm sure he's still in better shape.
Brutal.
Than I am.
Brutal.
I don't know how he comes back from that. Probably slowly.
Yeah.
Painfully.
The walker.
Let's talk about your favorite. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. What's
Why
the
are
score?
you back and yelling?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you to Jay Murray for the update. We're
What's
tied.
he saying?
I have no fucking clue.
The U.S. game.
U.S. Trinidad and Tobago in the fight in Kevon, Georgia's. So let's talk about your favorite off-the-field memory.
We did that.
We did that?
It's about you.
Yeah, she gave us two.
memories.
Remember?
One. Clap.
Oh,
so,
noise.
of course, it's time for this question. How dare you, Darby? How can AGS stack be stopped?
You skip?
That's okay. I think.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so I was
It's almost
looking at
like
that
you've
one.
never done this before.
Hey,
You know
Morgan,
what?
did we do color
turned him off
impressions
his
this
game.
week?
I'm going to get in the fax machine and figure out how to fix this.
We can wait.
Give it a second.
We know they're real fast machinery.
Turns out
It's already
Greg's fault.
over.
It's Greg's fault. Yep.
Connected.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Thanks, Greg
We
Benson.
should probably extend his suspension because of this.
What does the crew mean to you?
just joy and fun. Like, even when they lose, there's something good and camaraderie. Like it's the one place I feel like I completely fit in when I go to the stadium. I go with one of my friends constantly, but if he can't go, I'm fine on my own. I feel like it's a good place to be, and it kind of embraces everybody. So
I've heard from people that don't sit in the Nordeck that there's kind of little pockets of communities around the stadium.
There are.
Yvonne talks about this, and I don't understand her because there's a lot of bird noises. Yep, there it is. Yvonne, is that you? Oh, fake Yvonne, everyone.
She fly back from Texas?
Yeah. Is that right? Oh. You took the whole thing out? In the middle of the store? Jesus. That seems aggressive, but it's your life. Yvonne Siegel, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Do you find that? And Darby, you're not in the Nordeck. Solana Mex, you're not there. Are there? Is it your kind of extended family in sections? Talk about that.
There are definitely people I've gotten to know. Like the guy that sits next to me, we talk about the crew all the time when I'm there, and I have people behind me that we have inside jokes about like things that have happened at games, and so you become like a little mini family. I don't know everybody's name, but I know their faces, and it's always good to see them. And we say, hey, we'll see you at the next game. And if one of us is missing, we kind of ask where the rest of them are. And so I moved around slightly in 106, but always in the same general vicinity. So it's nice to see familiar faces. And there are people that I sat by 3 years ago that I don't sit by now, but we wave at each other and like we were old good friends. I know, it's odd. But it's
I mean, when you spend years and years sitting, I mean, it's no different than the Nordeck. I mean, how did you get to know all these people? Because they were standing next to us. And
some of the people I sit with scream probably just as much as the Nordeck does. And
I
sometimes I do.
I believe more.
I scream a lot and yell a lot.
There's a lot of screaming going on in the upper deck sometimes.
I think that we scream more, but you guys probably scream more relevant.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't...
Not in the upper deck
We
where
don't have to pay attention to what they're telling us to chant,
right,
so that we can actually organically respond
like
to
when
the
you're
game.
upset about something or excited about something, it's probably a legitimate reaction to something that happened on the field.
Right.
Oh, yeah, most
Right.
of the
It's
time.
not because somebody told me to be mad.
Well, that's because they're watching. They're not like whipping around to see what's happening on the field. Going, somebody's on the ground, fucking.
Somebody's in a fight in 101.
Plus, we can see the south end of the stadium, so we, if something good happens down there, we don't have to wait 10 seconds for the sound to carry.
What side of the stadium?
The south side.
Oh, are you talking about the faraway land?
Yeah, the faraway land.
Where on fire once.
Where the lads disappear to sometimes?
The land of no depth perception.
Oh. Where you're like, I think I see a thing.
The ball's in the air. I have no idea which direction it's moving.
Nice. So it's family, it's community, it's kind of how you define yourself on a couple levels.
It is, for sure.
What's it going to be like when we move to Las Vegas?
I'm going to cry a lot because I'm not going to Vegas.
No?
I mean, Vegas is fine to visit, but I don't know. That'll be a sad day.
I think America just scored.
I thought the game hadn't even started. Wasn't that what he was screaming
half
about?
hour in. Yeah.
Oh, half hour. I thought isn't it in Colorado?
Yeah, I would have assumed
I thought it was a late
kickoff,
start.
but
maybe because it's midweek. I don't know.
A lot of people are asking America to delete their accounts. Hillary, we're going to get you out of here on this question.
Right.
It is, of course, the traditional last question of ACES Radio.
I got it.
And that is, how can user AGS attack be stopped?
Leave them in IKEA traffic and let them starve.
Improved.
without a free mattress.
Without a free mattress
Nowhere to
or
sleep.
sofa or meatballs.
No meatballs.
I like this. Like, I'm thinking of Dies of Thirst. This is him rapping, by the way.
Dies of Thirst while you're holding a glass of lingonberry juice in front of him.
I throw it in his face.
Fuck is that?
And then I pee on his mom.
That's like the Swedish
Is that right?
drink that you drink with your Swedish
Is that the
meatballs.
juice from the meatballs?
Yeah,
You just like squeeze the meatballs into a glass?
Yeah, when the meatballs grow on the trees, you
Right.
squeeze them and you get a juice.
The
that you drink.
lingonberries.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
That was fun. Yeah. I didn't hear anything you guys were saying. I just heard you end the conversation with berries. You want to talk to us about that, John?
No, we're good.
No, is that
we
right?
discussed it while you were fucking around with the buttons.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying I'm one of the best in the game at that, though.
Let's move on. It's time to juice our meatballs.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Hillary, I want to thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks
it
for
has
having me.
been a
It was
very
great.
rare treat. I will definitely not use your last name.
Appreciate that.
It's good because when I put the hot
Say
takes,
that like a threat. I will definitely not use
So
it.
what he's saying is I have to do everything he tells me on Twitter.
I
Like
see,
delete
yeah.
my
See
account
what
if I
you've
don't.
done?
My last
Yeah.
name is exposed.
You should register a lot of like precautionary accounts just so you can delete them and it won't affect your main account that
Okay.
you stalk crew players with. So that's good. No, when I made the hot takes thread today, you hadn't answered my message about your last name yet, so it just says, join us tonight at Zauber Brewing Company with celebrity guest Hillary last name.
That works.
So it's not even out there right now.
Awesome.
And I'm sorry you had to sit next to Darby Schnarfus. That must have been just terrible.
I suffered through.
Yeah, well, we're going to ask him to delete his account. We're going to delete your accounts, Eddie Gavin's account, Adam Jardy's account, and something happened down on the main floor. America must be leading 2-0. If you've enjoyed the shitlordery on segments 1 and 2, got some great news for you. We got your hot takes coming up. Battle for the Grand Prize, episode 49, ACES Radio.
Hot, sicker than your average, down like goose and I'm fly like Maverick. With a savage attack in a mouth like a mash, spitting fuego, homie, it ain't tricking if it's magic illusions. Indubitably juvenile, my crew can do it and we do it well. Rock around the clock all across the nation, got a lot of sky miles and a reputation of making earthquakes every time we land. Cause stopping ain't an option or a part of the plan. Fools get to filming while I'm running on jet fuel. Now pay close attention cause I'm ready to let you know what I'm all about, child. I got that style that you come to love. And I'ma stay fly till the day I die, spitting fresh to death from above. Get it, David F. Man, you don't stop. David, you don't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain, yeah, I'm an ace pilot, yeah. I wanna spin my wings and fly to all the people in coach, yeah. And to my first class folks, yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky.
Baby, what the hell are you guys talking about? You're like pointing at me for...
Then we'll talk about it after the show.
All right, fantastic. Welcome back, everyone. Segment 3, episode 49 of ACES Radio is all up inside of your genitals and ready to go to town. John, welcome back to the program. I know this is your favorite time of the week, my friend.
Yep. You know me so well.
I do, inside and out. Thanks, as always,
Mostly
to
inside.
I like that face you just made. It's pure disgust. Thanks as always to our celebrity guest on segment 2, this week's version, Hills for Crew, Hillary last name. Go to MLSfemale.com/hot deals and read all the hot cruisers talk. Is that right, Darby? Is that how it works?
What I understand, yes.
I really want John Zidar dead.
Jesus Christ, Glenn Tennis, take it easy. In place of Hillary,
I'm done with it.
What?
You're all talk, Glenn.
Glenn
Come
Tennis?
and kill me.
Yeah,
Come and kill me.
he really wants
You say it all the time.
Back to you, Glenn Tennis.
I really want John Zidar dead.
No, he
If
still
you
wants
were
it.
going to Cincinnati, you could meet him out back behind the
my
Buffalo
goodness.
Wild Wings.
I was just in Cincinnati. I spent an extended amount of time at a Buffalo Wild Wings. No one showed up.
Well, he didn't know you were there.
Well, there was nobody else. It was literally just me. I was the only one in the whole restaurant.
That's how all Buffalo Wild Wings are.
Yeah, I know.
We are
'Cause
live on
millennials will kill 'em.
We are live on Periscope right now. Welcome to all 12 of you. I remind you, as always, the more hearts you give, the closer you get to seeing John Zidar's perfectly formed genitals. Welcome to the program. In place of Hillary for segment 3, Matt Salon MX.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone hates you. That's why the boo is playing. That's what they're saying. It's a studio audience. America is playing Trinidad and Tobago right now. 0-0 at halftime.
They're playing two teams.
I'm really impressed at 0-0 since it's 11 versus 22.
It's crazy.
Right.
It's a real lopsided advantage.
How many Kevon Georges can one team beat? And the answer is probably as many as there are.
However many you need.
He's not very good. Right. John, what if I told you there was a cure for the scourge that is Kevon George and multiple national teams at the same time?
I don't remember what I'm supposed to say here. It's
I think it's amoxicillin.
blood standing takes. Yep.
That's right, Glenn Tennis. They say the only cure for the scourge that is John Zidar being alive. Our hot takes.
Nothing is impossible. Make your dreams come true.
And now, an ACES Radio exclusive. The battle for the grand prize. Hot takes from the massive.
Hey, fake Greg.
We're not going to stop there. We got the grand prize.
Hot takes from Twitter.
He's heating up.
Hot takes
He's on fire.
from you.
Yes, you can.
Nope, you cannot, Walter.
Yes, you can.
No,
Hey,
goddamn
this
it.
is the part where you put the. You got to put your sunglasses on.
you gotta
for this
fist the
segment.
thing, right?
My bad. I'm not
No,
doing the Hollywood
no.
thing.
There's
Yeah, there you go.
Nope. Take them off.
Where's your Houston Dynamo jersey or Mexico jersey or other irrelevant jersey?
This is unacceptable.
It's in the wash.
No,
That's not what Kyle sounds like.
that's
People can't hear Kyle
can't.
unless he's actually talking into the microphone.
Oh, that's right. My bad. I'm new at this.
that's a very good Walter the Raccoon impression.
It
but
is,
You're
yeah.
holding Kyle the Possum.
Yeah, see?
Hey, there's Kyle the Possum.
Trash lads. Trash lads.
Kyle the possum.
Meet me out back of B-Dubs. I'll be in the dumpster.
I'll be sitting there all day, see? That sounds like Gangster Crew, baby. Before we get into the hot takes, I want to go ahead and read the standings, John. According to the Jack Park of ACES Radio, known as Alex Thomas, that's why people are tuned in. I dropped him on the floor. Give me a second.
I know, I saw.
I'm back.
Thank goodness.
Don't fucking hold this puppet up and just.
God.
He's like staring at
all
me.
segment. This is what Greg does. So yeah, you're right.
I hate this. In first place, Lord of the Shits with 18 points, followed by Hired Ballerina with 14. Phil Goldfart checks in third with 11. Mabwadi 2 Bootylicious with 10 in fourth, setting the table, moving up to 9 points. And fifth place, followed by Underscore Ken with 5 points. Pippa Nips, Hug Me Shave in Oregon, Alex Thomas, and everyone's favorite metric conversion bot checking in seventh place with 4 points apiece. Amen. Followed by Buttle Surfer, Krushmak, Darby Schnarfus, and Darling Thief moving up into 11th, all tied with 3 points apiece. 15th place with 2 points is as follows: Yvonne Seagull, The Crew Pat, a.k.a. Patrick Moore, Mike Hudson sucks, he certainly does, AGS Attack, Pamela Lynn Hughes, Steve Abreu, Morgan's Ass, and none other than Greg's Ass. You
There
never
it
go
is.
ass to
So
ass.
many asses. So all the asses.
Ass to ass, never a good thing. The Gagglefuck is as follows: Bob O'Shaughnessy, Dave Edgar, Dirty Slut Pam, John Burkle, From User, Blank Blank 91, Iscariot, DH Goat, Aces Reflections, GCG Bag Tyler, hey, free sandwich, Hansy Locknane, Ghost of Stern John, Great Clips Columbus, Talons, and Zappalicious. All tied for 23rd with a point apiece, bringing up the rear derby and getting the bulk this week, the real Chris Doran, in 39th fucking place.
He's normally giving the ball.
9. Probably 8 humans.
Fucking Walter.
Right? There's no way there are that many people
There are
actually
not
listening to this
39
garbage
people.
podcast.
39. 2 of them are members of the podcast, but welcome to Hired Ballerina, not spelled how you think it is, on Periscope. We move now, as it are, to the subreddit known as The Massive, and I remind you, as always, that these hot takes are organized automatically by their level of fiery fucking hotness. Our top upvoted comment this week comes to us from none other than Darling Thief with 13. Could you put the goddamn fucking thing down?
Why are you so offended by
I
this thing that
hate
happens every week?
He doesn't do it like this. Greg is hamming it
That's
up to
'cause
the camera 90% of the
Greg
time.
is dancing in front of the camera or looking at his phone. Darby's engaged and actively.
Morgan,
You're
look
not
at
even.
me.
That's not.
Look
That's
at me.
okay. All right.
Kyle's listening.
Keep eye contact.
John,
Which eye? They're both looking off in fucking different directions.
From Darling Thief with 13 points, quote, I love each and every one of you rough lads and lasses, but if I ever find out that one of you has released a referee's personal information because you disagreed with a call on the footy pitch, I will fight you outside the B-dubs and force you to delete your account, end quote. John Zadar, your thoughts. Have you seen what this is all about this week?
I heard something about it. Like Orlando wanted to leave nasty Google Yelp reviews or something. What was it?
No, John has not.
Yeah,
I don't get on Twitter that much anymore.
Matt Salon.
They got their asses all in a twist about a call in the field. And then they decided,
Which they always do.
Because they were down. I saw that they were jerking them off on MLS. Because they were like standing ovation, a 0-0 tie. Because they were down 9 men or something, right?
It only happens to them, right?
Only them.
Okay, so anyways,
The league hates them.
they got there was a bad call. Whatever.
So they decided to take it upon themselves to release the personal information of the referee who made the call, so that their fans could, what
It was Ted Uncle, right?
It was Ted Uncle,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was the guy who did it is the president of the Ruckus,
Right.
What's
which
that?
It's a. I think it's
That's
a
the right
supporters
answer.
group for for.
It's like the less
The
known
motherfucking
Orlando
Yeah.
supporter
Bring the
group.
motherfucking ruckus. Okay,
Both
so
of
they
them.
released that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You're right. Yeah,
I'm
I had
done
to
now.
Scroll all
but
the way
it's
down.
Too late. Okay.
And their argument was, well, this is publicly available information, like targeted harassment.
Sure.
It doesn't matter if it's publicly available or not. You are targeting a human.
My name's
for
publicly
harassment.
available, but if Darby tweeted out and said, "Hey, here's John Zadar's
Right.
phone number and name. Why don't you fuck with him?"
Address and phone number.
By the
Yeah.
way, anyone who follows me on Twitter, hang on here.
Don't do it.
At Token Liberal, John Zadar's personal
I don't
information.
think you have my phone number.
No, I
or
don't have your
address,
number. I think you made a
so-
concerted effort for that not to be the case.
Well, I'll say this to Darling Thief. I know it's a tongue-in-cheek hot take, but it's absolutely goddamn correct.
Well, it's a hotake. It's
hotake,
what it is.
right.
It's a
It's
hotake.
great. I think we all agree with it.
But it also
But
wasn't
it's a
15
hotake.
paragraphs long, so Right. I mean, yeah.
Right, but if we're giving out blood points just because they're concise now, I think that's fair.
Is that right?
Rough Lads.
I mean, it gets through this segment faster, so you might want to think about that.
On from user Lord of the Shits with 6 points, quote, "This Nor on Tour to Cincinnati thing is more full than Josephi's mom on a Friday night. Let's go ahead and proactively name the buses this time. Hang on Tour Bus. Backseat drivers welcome aboard this bus. Feel free to hurl insults at the driver anytime he should be in the other lane or taking another route. Goddamn. The Todrick bus. This bus only travels in the right lane and only makes right turns. You'll spend the entire ride ranking the evening's referees and watching Survivor.
So true.
Gray Shirt Hound. Here we go. This bus needs no intro because it doesn't even have wheels. This bus is completely caster mounted and made entirely by volunteered fans, paid for by the front office. Zadar's Tardy Train. Not sure if you'll be off work in time to make it? No problem. We have guaranteed late departure and we'll be running the last 5K, then posting the route on Twitter. Goddamn, roast. And finally, the Aussie Express. Pick your seat carefully because no matter where you sit, you'll probably be in Greg's seat. Bring your lungs, because we're singing Russell Crowe tunes the whole way down. Also, the shitter's full, end quote. Darby Schnarvis, your thoughts?
That was pretty excellent. I like the fresh introduction of material.
Yeah.
They're really keeping it current with the Zidar running routes.
Who was that again?
That would be Lord of the Shits.
Okay, that's what I assume.
Current first place continuing champion. Moving on from user Massive14 with 5 points, quote, "I've noticed a trend in the celebrity fan names over the last month or so. Shaddy Suede, Weston Applefeller, Alexis, and now Hillary last name. Clearly, all these people are made up figments of Morgan's imagination. Who's next? QB Bills, Tyler Durden, Kaiser Soze, Pal Discarude?" End quote.
Otaki?
Solana Max, your thoughts?
Wait, that's only one.
What?
Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah.
You wanted the...
I want this.
You wanted this
I'm
one?
good at pop
John
culture
Zadar
references.
has coughed into the microphone.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, there's three of them.
I haven't done that in forever.
Sure, John. Whatever.
Morgan has coughed into the microphone.
Moving the fuck on
It's like
from
his thing now.
user Scott... That's my thing now?
Yeah.
No, it's not my
What
thing.
do you like? Coughing or motorboat in a bowl of spaghetti? Like, what the fuck?
That's kind of hot. And now I want to try that.
Gross.
Note to self, motorboat spaghetti.
The theme for Mini Tailgate this week.
Let me stop you right there, mate. From user fucking motorboat and spaghetti. Greg sucks. Moving on from user Scottish Shitlord with 5 points, quote, "As I prepare for our trip to the land of Gregulator on Sunday, I says to myself, what the fuck am I going to do on a 15-hour flight? Then it hit me. If I save the ACES radio podcast and don't skip the intros, I may just be able to listen to the whole episode before we land," end quote.
Don't do that.
That's not true.
Oh, I've done that.
You'll have
the Scottish
about half of
Shitlord
it left.
is going to Australia.
Johnson, are your thoughts?
Who's more dangerous in that situation, the Australian wildlife or the Scotsman? Who bites who?
Fatality.
Moving the fuck on from user R. How do you say Ralph's last name? Shudell?
Does it matter? Just
It
pronounce
does not. Ralph
Massive
11.
report guy.
I think it's Salon.
Salon MX Ralph Schudel 11 with 3 points says the following, quote, "Hello, my favorite lads from different dads. I'm looking forward to joining you next week after we destroy FC Cincinnati 1,996-0. I would like to propose reigniting the war on Legacy Club." Yeah, that's a good call. Because for the mere price of approximately $6,600, you get a cool patch to put on any piece of...
U.S. just scored.
Hey.
It's live.
America ruined Ralph's chance of blood points.
when you're listening to this 12 hours from now, the U.S. just scored.
Yeah, America number 1. Trinidad and Tobago's numbers 2 and 3. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward
Pulisic.
Yeah?
Yep.
Of course. It's not how you say his name at all, but that guy's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Pulisic?
Pulisic.
Pulisic.
You both just said different shit.
Yeah.
Polish.
You don't say
I'm just
going
to call him Christian Patrick.
Polish.
Yeah. Call him American Soccer Jesus. I mean...
Wee little baby Jesus.
P.S. I've talked to Aces and Lambo, and they have awarded Legacy Club status to Gangster Crew Baby and celebrity fan Brock Lesnar. So it might be tough to get past them for that Ola Kamara jersey Morgan needs to finish his collection. Cheers, lads. Looking forward to having a Zauber Vertigo with you. With love, Ralph. End quote. Nope, that was terrible because we stopped reading it. America ruined next week's celebrity guest. Jarby Schnarvis, your thoughts?
Also, you have to go through Tony Galifo to get an Ola Kamari jersey.
Same thing. You got to get through Tony first.
That man will jump on it with a quick. I'm dying today. I'm gonna need your jersey.
It's my birthday and I'm dying.
What? That was just one man.
Did we get scored on? Is that what happened?
Maybe there's a Trinidadian out there.
This is great radio, by the way.
They had to have heard that. Oh, is it Murderer's Row coming? No. I think it's over. No, they went to the bathroom. I heard them go in the door.
Oh, did we win?
No, it's not over.
53rd minute.
Oh, you just said it's over.
No, I meant the yelling.
Son of a bitch.
Moving on from user Mabwani to Bootylicious with 3 points. Quote, the word on the street is PBS is looking to sue ACES as they are not only using a Sesame Street drop in their podcast, but they have basically become a spin-off of the popular children's show. The following are the similarities that PBS looks to bring forward as evidence. Big Dick Doran, a man with a body part protruding from his body that is much larger than most, is certainly a reference to Big Bird. The Stanek brothers, two young men who could easily be mistaken as a couple, quite clearly a reference to Bert and Ernie. Walter the Raccoon, a diseased creature that lives in a trash can, sounds like Oscar the Grouch if you ask me. Pamela Lynn Hughes, a dirty slob who is constantly drooling over a tiny little fellow who won't love her back. Also, not really a member of the show, but shows up and ruins stuff every once in a while. Sure sounds like we've got ourselves a little Miss Piggy. Oh my God. He called my girlfriend a pig. That's fucking great. Oh, fuck. Andres Mendoza, 1 blood point. 2 blood points. 3 blood points. I'm Peruvian, and they call me the Count. Connor Casey, a man with a strange-shaped head who devours donuts, basically just the Cookie Monster. Not to mention their selection of color of the day, always yellow, and letter of the day, always Z. This would probably explain why 1/3 of the cast is illiterate. It's true, I can't read. They cite that the only real difference between the two shows is that viewers are usually more intelligent after tuning in to Sesame Street. So hire up your favorite lobster lawyer because this is Elmo's world, bitches, and you're just living in it. End quote. John Starr, your thoughts?
That's good. I like it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Doran's probably more of a snuffleupagus than
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's more like 11.
That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, agreed,
totally.
right?
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus for sure.
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus was a Greek guy I went to high school with. He's a great donor.
You didn't
shop.
go to high school.
That's true.
No, he went. He just didn't.
He was
graduate.
enrolled.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't go.
We should probably skip the next one, I think.
What's it about?
Just arbitrarily.
No, I think we should
No,
better
I
read
think
it.
you should read it.
Yeah, why don't you read it?
Are you sure we
You
have
want me
time?
to read it?
I know you can't read, John. Moving on from user Diamond Seller with 5 points. Quote, can someone help us get a hold of Organ Hughes? His layaway payment is due on his ring. End quote. No, everyone hates that. And we don't have time for it. So moving along. From...
Can I just make a suggestion?
Oh, is that right, John? Go ahead.
If you want all those to stop,
yeah,
maybe just propose.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You
Just
don't
a
have,
thought.
you don't
Just a
have to
thought.
set a date.
It wasn't a joke. That was just general.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
legitimate thought.
Getting engaged buys you 2 or 3 years before you have to do jack shit. So.
I've told Pam this. I already bought her a ring.
I know.
She knows where it is. If she wants it, she can put it on.
Oh, that's definitely what women want.
You are such a romantic.
Yeah. It's a man-made diamond. It was very, very inexpensive. It's called moist.
You can't tell the difference.
You can't?
No, like they're all shiny.
All the reviews are like, well, gemologists know. I'm like,
yeah. Am I dating a
Who
gemologist?
cares?
I'm
not a
shit.
gemologist.
Oh, well, I guess there's no way then. I mean, if I really love somebody, I want children's
It's
hands
just
to
a
be cut
shiny
off.
rock.
Other
Right.
than it's
Yeah,
the
for
size
half
of
the
a
price, I
doorknob.
can get you a much bigger stone that's still all sparkly and shit.
Or just we could go on a fucking trip, or
right? Maybe use that money for literally anything else.
Yeah. A house, a vacation,
pay off your car.
Not this highly expensive ring you to spend the rest of your life wearing. You might lose.
Yeah.
The one woman listening to this is like, "You fucking guys, all the same,
Hills
unbelievable."
The worst part about Pam is obviously she's very smart. She's smarter than I am.
That's
clearly.
the worst part.
Not hard.
No, but she buys she knows that these engagement rings, fucking weddings, fucking changing your name, it's all fucking trash, and she knows it. But she's like, I don't care, I want it. And I have to, if I care about her, I have to be like, well, okay, fine, fuck her. That's what I'm saying. She's trash.
Are you really saying that?
Yeah,
that's aggressive.
I don't like her. She knows where the
ring.
You
bought the ring.
Put it on. Yeah,
you guys live together, but you don't like
weed every day.
We cohabitate. Moving on from
she
user,
sleeps on his couch.
Yeah, she does. No, it's her couch.
It's her couch.
Yeah. We need to get rid of mine.
On a bed of shoes.
She made me get rid of my fucking glorious
that
leather couch.
You should go to IKEA and win a free one.
In favor of her fucking cloth piece of Converse All-Star material bullshit.
I liked
You've been
both
there, John.
couches.
No, you don't.
I like the corner of her couch.
No, you don't.
That's about it.
Only she sits
You have
there.
to pick sides,
I know,
John.
because no one else... Yeah, no. I've sat
No
there
one's allowed
once
to.
because she was always there.
Is that like a Sheldon Cooper thing? Does she have this is my seat?
No, it's
one
like the
can sit
comfortable spot, and so it's easy to fall asleep in, and you're just in the corner.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
that's why she takes it.
Now I understand.
She's a slut.
Yeah.
Moving the fuck on. Mike Hudson sucks with 2 points, quote, and now it's time to pour one out for our homie James Hardy III, 2008 second-round draft pick of our beloved Buffalo Bills. James was found dead in a river, and I know we'll all be following the investigation into his untimely death over the next couple of weeks, end quote.
Wow.
Rough lads.
I'd like to volunteer to go on assignment.
I think that's real. That guy did die.
I assume so, too.
Okay, John, anyone? Your thoughts?
Are we supposed to laugh about this? I'm so uncomfortable right now.
I would like to go. I would like to go do a man on the street segment in Buffalo.
I want it.
Yeah,
I want that to be a
concerning
joke.
this, yeah.
Is that a joke? Please tell me that's a joke.
What's the guy's?
No, I
what's
think
the
he's
guy's
dead.
name?
I saw it on
James Hardy
Deadspin today or
III.
something. Yeah.
James Hardy III.
Well, okay, so I'll say this if Mike Hudson sucks. First of all, clearly an FC Cincinnati guy.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Well, so questionable taste to begin with.
Correct. Second of all, there is no such thing as too soon.
Well,
Obviously, we all know that.
if you type his name in, the second thing that comes up with the autofill from Google is the word dead.
Oh. Nah, that's usually how you confirm deaths.
Oh, he died yesterday.
I mean, so basically he pulled a Len Bias then, right? Is that what's happening here?
Okay, too soon for that. The destruction of the entire Boston Celtics franchise, way too soon for that, my
Body
friend.
found in the
that old
Maumee
dead
River.
guy.
Oh, God. Len Bias. Man, the Celtics would have literally not missed a beat.
And he was only 31.
Wait,
too
what?
bad.
Oh.
The guy?
Oh, it was 2000 draft.
God, he's
second
10
round
years
pick
younger
from
than you,
Wynn?
Morgan.
Former NFL wide receiver James Hardy III found dead at age of 31.
Oh, see, that's not tragic.
Downer.
He was 31.
Played at the University
How'd
of
he die?
Indiana from 05 to 07.
Oh.
Led the Hoosiers with 79
Probably
receptions,
Buffalo
16
Bills
touchdowns
air
as a
poisoning.
junior. Buffalo Bills drafted Hardy in 08.
They say how he died?
Nope.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got
Fuck yeah, he is.
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope. Moving the fuck on from user Lexner CJ. Whoa! Celebrity shitlord Kip Lexner checking in with a hot take. All right. The upcoming Barstool Sports documentary, This is Bill's Mafia, will be the Citizen Kane of the 21st century. Hashtag Bill's Mafia. Hashtag hyperlink. And then there's a hyperlink to a Twitter status from Barstool Sports, which I was tweeted at. People tweeted this at me no less than 27 times today. I didn't watch it. Did anybody else see this? Is it good?
Yeah, the trailer looks...
Is it? Wait, is this a film?
Is it real? Is it an actual thing that's
This
going to
is-
happen?
I'm pretty sure this is a thing that's
Oh,
going
I
to
thought
happen.
it was like a parody video.
I hope it is. I hope it's like a mockumentary. I really hope that's what that is. Because the trailer looked hilarious. It was glorious parking lot shitbaggery awesomeness.
That's like all they do.
Yeah, but it
For
was,
people that listen to Aces Radio and kind of don't understand our hashtag Bill's Mafia thing, it's because of...
In western New York, when the winds howl across Lake Erie.
Oh, this is a parody.
yes.
And all of God's creatures are hibernating. There stands one beast, impervious to the bone-chilling temperatures and soul-decaying.
They're showing a video of a man jumping into a frozen lake with a
They awaken to the sounds of fractured polyurethane
smashing each other through tables. Well, that table was on fire.
This is great.
Oh, this man's covered in chili.
This sounds like
a real thing.
I think it is.
It's sponsored by Dollar Shave Club, presented by Barstool Sports.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Coming... Oh, I missed the date. What did it say?
Please don't watch it again.
I'm not going to watch the whole thing again, Darby.
Did America score in the middle of the Bills Mafia thing? I thought I heard it was either like a bunch of Bills fans freaking out on John's phone, or
the Googles don't indicate another
coming
score.
June 20th, so we're 2 weeks out from this.
Oh shit, that'll be episode 51.
And the picture just says #Bills Mafia. Like that's the name of it.
Oh my god,
it's literally just #Bills Mafia. A Barstool Sports documentary.
Yeah. So I encourage those who don't understand the Bills Mafia thing to look up Bills Mafia on YouTube. It's literally the greatest entertainment in the history of entertainment. Kip Flexner was a guest on episode something of ACES Radio, and he's a big Buffalo guy. And so now Bills Mafia is behind Columbus Cruisers FC, and that's undebatable.
Maybe we should do like a live showing of this.
And
we could do like Mystery Science Theater.
We could also
I'd be down with that.
Play one home game a season in Toronto. And maybe win there for a change.
Bon Jovi is loving that joke, I'll tell you what.
Smoke weed every day.
Moving on from user Hired Ballerina with 2 points. Quote, I'm not even going to try to read that. Greetings in another language, shitlord. That's Swedish in honor of our new IKEA overlords. John got hired for free. I've been privy to some backroom conversations and /Hontials and discovered that ACES Radio will be responsible for naming the brewery formerly known as Zauber. Here are some of the names the gang has been kicking around. Duck Butter Brewing. Smell our wafty floral notes from across Fifth Avenue. Josephy's Mom's Ales. Some say you'll never find the bottom of the glass there.
I thought that was going to say Josephy's Mom's A-hole.
That would have been way better. The Doran Fermentary. Come for the Doran, stay for the Doran, come again for the Doran. Every night is ladies' night. Hansy Boy Brewers, enjoy our pizza. And we have Frankie and the Nirvana Boys warming up on the main stage tonight. ZZ Zadar Beers. Never mind our amateur brewing, check out the celebrity butt licking. Token Liberal Ale Works. Can't afford a ZZ Zadar beer? Try our cheaper knockoffs. And check out our amateur butt licking. Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here for this, Darby.
That's pretty good.
Nope. Hollywood Racist Craft Ales. Our flagship beer is the exported and deported Angela Porter. Fuck. Roasted. Mike Burkle Brewing Company. We are brewing all of our favorite recipes from our friend's brewery across town. Hashtag, did you know there's another verse to scrape the sky? Hashtag segment 4. Hashtag, will we finish recording before next Thursday? Hashtag, probably not. Hashtag, someone takes Zadar's pulse. End quote. Yeah, it's pretty good, John Zadar.
Right as you got to that hashtag, I was staring off into space, just like waiting for it to end.
Yeah.
This was playing in the back of your mind. Darby Schnarfus, your thoughts? You were roasted in that one.
I appreciate it. I feel like officially a part of things now.
Yeah.
Alert. Darby Schnarfus has entered the game.
Even though I'm fake Greg Benson today, to fake John Zadar, who was that again?
I have no idea. No one remembers. Hired Ballerina.
Oh, there you go.
Salon Max, your thoughts?
I was just going to ask the same question. Who that was that again?
Yeah.
Fake Greg Benson, John Zadar.
You're taking notes right now, Matt, because you have 2 points to give away.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Loving
taking
this.
notes then.
Second to last hot take comes from user AGS Attack with 3 points. John, AGS Attack.
Yeah, no, we know who he is. You can turn that off.
Song's going to be in my head again.
Hold on a second. That just reminded me of something.
I hate when I'm at work singing this to myself, and I hate it. I hate
This
it.
gets in my head.
Oh, I cannot get it out of my head.
Yeah. From AGS Attack with 3 points, quote, I can't even think of a shitty hot take, end quote.
Hold on. I have... Stop that. I have a link to his YouTube that has... Hold on. Let me click on this real fast. I forgot he sent me this. And it's supposedly like high school raps.
Oh my God, please.
It says, big and tasty.
Big and tasty. That was his rapper name.
Life is us making money. Hold on. I'm gonna play it. All right, it's loading.
Please, Jesus.
Here we go. It's 3 minutes long.
No.
Oh, there's a picture of the Eiffel Tower.
It is big and also tasty.
Maybe it's Kings Island.
No, it's the real one.
Shit, Lord.
No, it's the two dudes, really grainy footage. Oh, this is him.
What?
Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh. What did he just spell?
Ron T.
Ron T?
I think that's his sidekick.
Of course it is.
Everybody thinks it's funny.
This is Ron T.
Ones that making money in the clubs with all the honeys. After that, we'll fuck like bunnies. Now I got a hat with feathers. Everybody thinks I'm much better than the rest of.
What?
All right, shut up.
That was Ron T.
Oh, is that Ron T?
Sunshine, I got a chain around my neck at all times. My chain's so heavy, I got back problems. The kid's so ugly.
He has a weak
This
neck.
is Ron T.
Oh, this is Ron T.
Gold on my toes, gold on my neck, and gold on my hose. 16, 17, 18, and counting. That's how many hoes I got in accounting. They count my cash.
In accounting?
They count my dogs. They count my hash. I drop the beat like you drop it like a tide. Drop it like a tide. Drop it like a tide.
Isn't that copyright infringement?
Oh my God.
That making money, hit the clubs with all the honeys. After that, we'll fuck like bunnies. Used to
No.
rob the banks
No.
with cheddar.
Wait, he
Now
said that in
I
high
got
school?
A hat with feathers. Everybody thinks they're better. I'm much better than the rest of. I've got hoes, I've got cash. Yes, that means that I get ass.
This is AGS Tech.
I hate this.
Hard, cause no one wants to work at the mini mart. Big and tasty is what I became. But we all know that I'm the same. Tasty man I used to be. I'm just here for more to see. I'm French. Girls
What?
call out
He
my
should
name.
go Weird Al
What you gonna
Yankovic.
do
I'm
when
here
you
for
get
more to
there?
see?
Boys in Germany, boys in France. All
What's
you
the
got
Andy
is
Samberg,
underpants.
like Forbidden Island or whatever the hell?
I think that's what they think they're doing.
Right, like this should be tongue-in-cheek in the end.
Yeah, I think he's doing like Weird Al Yankovic stuff. Like,
I think he's legit. Like,
absolutely.
I can't tell. Even the video is still like I can't tell if it's parody or not.
I think that they're trying to be. There's a child in the room now. We should probably turn this off.
It's over.
I think they're trying to be both gangster and hysterical, which you can't. You have to go.
Yeah, no, you
They were
gotta
just
go
doing
one way or
something
the other.
in a driveway, and it looks like someone's mom came out and told them to stop.
Holy Lord.
I'll tweet that.
John,
out.
can you get on the Aces Radio official account and just go ahead and tweet out the link to Big and Tasty?
Oh, I will.
I'm assuming this is on SoundCloud.
Once a day,
No, it's a
every
YouTube
day.
video.
Oh
It was
my
a whole music video with it.
When
You
was
guys could-
AGS Attack in high school? What year are we talking?
last year?
Last year.
Because like if it's like
No, I think he's. Hold on, can I see when this was posted?
do we know how
Yeah,
old this?
yeah.
Well, that video. The description. This is the hit single by one of the East's premier young hip hopsters. It is dedicated to Landon Donovan. Also to be considered for his jersey contest. Did they do this for a contest to win a Donovan jersey? It was uploaded in January of 2011.
Rough laugh.
It has 67 views.
Rough 67.
Yeah. His
That's
YouTube account has 2 subscribers.
Right. Well, I'm just saying 66 before today. So
Yeah.
Him and the other guy.
Right? Yeah. Him and Ron T.
You talking about Ron T?
Ron T, bruh.
Ron T's cool though.
Let me smash.
Moving on to
There's another one here titled AGS Dances
You're really good with
to
kids, Morgan.
Shostakovich.
Hey, guess what? This is going to be segment 4. I can't handle another one of those. I'm pretty sure the new owners of Zauber Brewing Company were just back here for this, by the way. That was absolutely what that was.
we are absolutely kicking these.
Yeah,
people
I heard that
out.
guy say that dude smells good and he's good with children.
He did say that. So for,
But he has to go.
dude, for the listeners, like right around when I said, "Oh, there's a child in the room," there were like 5 people walking around just like observing their new possessions, and they walked into their new building hearing Big and Tasty and Ron T.
And they said, "I'll take it."
That's the stuff of memories,
Fucking like
man.
pre-court coming into Crew Stadium and it's on fire.
Someone's on fire. I'd write you a check right now.
You know what? I'll fucking take it.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Absolutely, you have.
I love your brewery. The squatter's got to go.
Yeah. So this is the last episode from Zauber. We'll be seeing you from Handox next week. Last hot take this week comes to us from none other than user Gangster Crew Baby. I'm shocked it took this long with 3 points. Quote, "Yo, what's up, my bitches? My boy Alex told me to come here if I wanted to say something. He loves your show. And I wanted to say that I heard from a good source that my boy Alex is going to be in some town in Kentucky next week. See? I ain't going to tell you who my source is, but it might have birthed me. Morgan, Mama wants to give the scarf back. She found a random ring in it. Oh well, my mama's making me get off. Oh, well, I'll see you soon. What? Gangster Crew Baby out, bitches."
Yeah, see? Why does Gangster Crew Baby say, "oh, well," so
End
much?
quote.
And why is Gangster Crew Baby like Southern all of a sudden?
I did
that.
that.
Redneck
Hey,
accent.
y'all.
You did slide
My
into
name's
that.
Gangster Crew Baby.
Oh, Lordy.
He's Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, Lordy.
Y'all can't have sit down for a glass of
slave
sweet
owner or
tea?
something.
Yeah, I do declare.
He's half Bugsy Malone,
Oh,
half Foghorn
He's
Leghorn.
going to be Foghorn Leghorn when he grows up.
John Zadar, your thoughts?
I have no thoughts.
I said.
I said, I'll see you later, bitches. I found a ring in my skull.
I ain't got nothing but love for you.
Ain't got nothing but love, see? That's Gangster Crew adult. Yeah, he's going to turn into
That's what he's gonna morph into?
We haven't found his voice yet.
Absolutely. It's ever evolving. We have blood points to give away. Let's start with the wetness, the wet boy, John Zadar. You have 1 blood point to give away, my friend. It goes to the following user.
Lord of the Shits, I guess.
And he did
the
rousing
buses,
endorsement.
right? Well, I can't really remember them all. We've been like laughing about stuff for so long.
He did. It was the Nor on tour.
The Big and Tasty kind of purged my brain of all the hot takes.
I mean, AGS Attack is up for blood points tonight. As is Ron D. What's his name?
What did he say that spurred me to play that?
He just said, I can't think of anything shitty, and then you played all of his shitty music.
He existed.
What's his sidekick's name? Ron T?
Ron T.
Fucking Ron T. That guy's a goddamn treat.
All right, I want to give that my blood points to them.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You're giving it to AGS Attack instead?
No, I'm giving it to Ron T.
Ron T. Oh, that makes sense. Ron T. Blood point to you. First time, long time. Solanamex, celebrity guest tonight. You have 2 blood points, my friend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm giving them to Ags Attack and Ron T. Absolutely.
As a group or individually?
Individually. Ron
right.
T gets 1.
Fucking Ron T's climbing up the goddamn... Darby Schnarvis, the fake Greg Benson. You have 2 points to give away.
2 points? Okay. Legitimate point goes to
Does
Lord
he?
of the Shits.
Lord of the Shits.
Everybody's getting 2 points today.
Does he? Are you sure?
Greg has
This
barely
math
2
is how it
points to
works.
give away.
I was going to say, it's got to be real close.
Yep.
Second point goes to new Zauber owners, because I feel like next week they should be getting the bulk, because they certainly got it this week.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, they thought they were buying a goddamn brewery, but they're just bringing up the rear. My first blood point obviously goes to Ron T. That guy. I mean, I feel bad for
Who
him.
instantly vaults into, 11th place at this point.
Is he higher than AGS?
He is.
Our work is done.
Oh, shit. Also, 1 point to Higher Ballerina. That was a very good one. Josephy's mom's anus. Is that what he said? Something about that?
His mom's asshole.
Who hasn't talked about
We're
that?
finally going to meet Josephy on Wednesday, because we'll be in Cincinnati, which is where his whore mother gave birth to him. So he's probably going to be there. Is that right, John?
I don't know.
Wait, back to you.
A lot of people say he doesn't actually exist.
Is that right?
Yep.
Fan-fucking-tastic. My last blood point goes to Mbwadi to Bootylicious. What was it? He was talking about Big Dick Doran's penis.
So
Solanax,
unheard
your
of.
thoughts?
It's unprecedented, really.
Yeah. This has been another edition of the battle for the goddamn grand prize.
You got the grand prize. Trash labs. You already know, so let your head nod throughout the outro. Now as the curtains close and it's time to go, El the Beast almost out like a manifesto. So let's make a toast to all the friends and fam, the folks involved since we started the jam, and to a world full of people who telling you what you can and can't do better.
Very long outro, John.
Nope. Grand prize.
Oh yeah, baby. Hey, should we give a pity blood point to Scottish shitlord Tom Mathers because he has to fly for 15 hours to listen to ACES radio?
No.
John says yes.
I mean, I don't really care.
Is that right, John?
I really want John Zadar.
What kind of silver spooner can afford to fly to Australia? I mean,
Somebody from Menor, just like what's her name? The Hills for Crew. She's from Menor.
Oh, you were right, by the way.
never say that.
Christian did score again.
Yeah, he did.
2-0.
Yeah.
Dos a Cero.
Did he score both then?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have
American soccer Jesus.
We have prediction scores and prediction updates to do. Let's run through last week's predictions because this is great. This is probably why Greg skipped the goddamn thing. Greg Benson, fake Greg Benson, Darby Schnarfus.
Yes.
You said that the most likely outcome between Cruisers FC and Rapids FC was a 2-1 Cruisers victory. That was incorrect.
I'm so good at this.
It was a 2-1 loss. You get minus 15 points.
Can you give me minus 20 points?
And
I
make-
feel like I deserve that.
God have mercy on your soul.
Greg doesn't believe in Jesus. You know that.
That's very good. Thank you very much. I love that joke. John Zadar, the wet boy, you said it was going to be a 3-0 Cruisers FC win. My sweet Lord in heaven, that was so far away from being true. It was a 2-1 loss. You get no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Morgan Hughes, continuing champion, number one handsy boy. You said it was going to be a 2-2 tie. That was actually very close. It almost was because it was a 1-2 loss. You get no points. God mercy soul. Moving on now to the overall standings. In third place, amateur artist himself, Jean-Luc Zadar, 10 points. In second place, Greg Benson, 15 points. Trash lads. You're only 5 points. Like, you've lost what?
I've lost at least 30
1,000
points.
points?
60 points?
I've lost
190
15 points a couple times.
It's a very
Yeah.
crew thing to say. You're only 5 points out of second.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You've had more wins than anybody, but you've also had more losses
Bright
than
side,
anybody.
bright side,
So-
bright side.
We still have a good panel, and I think we'll see that in time. In first place, the number one handsy boy, continuing champion, Morgan Hughes, the best. He's really good with kids, and he smells great.
The Toronto FC of this podcast.
Yes, on next. I didn't hear Darby. He said something about Cruisers FC.
Toronto.
How I'm the best.
Toronto FC.
I just thought it was
What's your
something
total
really
again? How
funny
many
that I want to
points?
Photoshop.
I have 35 points.
35?
Morgan Hughes
I'm
is
up by
Josie
20.
Altidore.
Yeah.
You have 35 points?
I have 35 points. A lot of people are saying
You
I'm
putting
one
your
of the most
finger on the scale
tremendous-
like you did last year?
One of the most tremendous predictors. Your accusations of cheating have not gone unnoticed.
You
John.
know, we've reached the point in the season.
I didn't even come up with that last year. That was so one of the hot takes
hate
people
it.
that were
I
like, he
hate it.
cheated.
I fucking
Basic-
hate that.
And I never went back to check, so.
We've reached the point where he's
Who
going to
even
start
knows?
picking the same as whoever second place is.
Yeah.
So
I
second
told
place
him to
can't
do that
pass
last
him.
year. I was like,
Yeah.
all you have to do is pick.
Yeah.
You
That's-
either
that's
just
what I'm
always
Yeah.
pick draws or you pick the same thing as the second place person.
That's
you
not
can't.
fucking fun. That's not fun.
It's what you did.
That's not what I do at all.
That's totally what you did.
I pick draws.
You pick.
Because you
Yeah.
can't lose points that way.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I do that for sure.
You're a coward.
No, not at all. Moving on, we have a game coming up on Wednesday, lads, against FC Cincinnati Football Club, Rough Lads FC, Rough Lads of Greater Kentucky area. Before we do that, let's go ahead and check in with Alex Thomas for the weather report. In 3, 2, 1.
Game day forecast. Hell is real. Columbus Crew SC travel to Cincinnati next Wednesday evening for a 7 p.m. kick in Nippert Stadium against Cincinnati FC. Temperatures are going to be in the low 90s with a good chance of thunderstorms. There's a high potential this game could get delayed, so bring your patience and bring back 3 points. Go Crew.
That sucks.
I don't think we get points.
I mean, that's how Open Cup
Yeah.
games work.
What
Right? At this
sucks?
point,
Points.
it's just like expect a rain delay if it's an Open Cup
Oh, is
game.
it supposed to be bad weather?
And you definitely don't get points in the Open Cup. That's not how it works at all. Nope. It's a lot of extra thoughts.
I don't think you get points, but
No, you
maybe
definitely
I don't
don't.
have
I mean, we'll
See,
assign
but we're still
ourselves
pretty
points.
far. It's like a week away, so weather could change real easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing a home game in Columbus, because then it would pour.
If somebody brought like a pop-up tent, it absolutely would pour. Right?
Yeah, don't bring
do
your
that.
canopy.
Don't
'cause
bring your
that will
canopy.
Well, there's nowhere to deploy them anyhow.
Yeah.
Rest
So
in
it's
peace,
fine.
all the canopies from
Completely
2016.
unnecessary.
16. Let's go around the panel, which is the Latin term for podcast hosts. Obviously, talk about what we're watching for this coming Wednesday. Darby Schnarvis, the 40-year-old man-child. I want to start with you, my friend. FC Cincinnati, Cruisers FC, your thoughts?
I'm struggling because this is the year that we're supposed to take the Open Cup seriously.
Yeah.
Finally, which would say like put out the big boys and just stomp them into the ground.
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I think you're still going to get the blend. Merrim might not even play. I think it's going to be some starters, some backups.
So we have a game on the following Saturday.
Yeah,
at
because we
Atlanta.
play at Atlanta,
And you have to keep in mind this is turf.
It is, but just
it is.
I just
Do they risk it though? Do they risk
they
putting out a
should.
lineup that could lose?
No. I don't
No,
think so.
they do.
But I don't know. I don't
Any
see
other
them going all in.
Any other opponent.
I want to see. I want to see a legit MLS starting 11, and then maybe you get to halftime with a 3-0 lead, and then you use all 3 subs.
Right.
I would like to see that.
I see no reason you can't go like balls deep and empty the sack on him in 45, and then
I would love
out.
it. I don't know if we see it though.
Are you doing a thing?
I was.
Oh, all right. I love that.
Maybe you just like
Let me
all the
smash.
holes.
I think we see a mix. I do. I think we see a Jimenez. I think, especially since we've got 14 players playing for Ghana at this point. So, I mean, there's going to have to be some depth.
Well, will they all still be gone?
That's a good point.
The 3 Ghanaians and Raitala will be gone.
As of today, they didn't know.
They might play, they might not.
Oh,
which I suppose it depends on whether they actually play.
They may return
like Sunday or whenever.
Oh.
Yeah,
they will physically be back.
Right. As of today, Greg Berhalter didn't know whether or not they'd be available, which to me kind of says that they are going to be available.
Well, it would depend on how many minutes they put in for the national
exactly.
team, right? I mean,
If Abu sits on the bench like he rightfully should every game, he'll be nice and fresh for a win. Sure.
Abu roasted. Solana Max. A lot of people are asking you to delete your account. A lot of people say you broke Caitlin's law by being here tonight. You go ahead and tell us what you're watching for against FC Cincinnati, my friend.
I'm trying to figure out what our best back line is. Like, if we put our best back line out on Wednesday, who the hell are those people? I don't know who they are because our back line has been a hot mess the last few games.
I'll answer your question with a question of my own. No.
No, they're not going to play them?
There's not a good backline.
Okay, that's fair.
And
I also, you know what? I think you're right, and I don't think Greg knows either. So when we say, hey, let's put out our big boys, let's play our starting MLS 11, who the hell are those? Who's that back line? I don't know.
Not Mensah, obviously.
No.
Because he's not starting MLS quality.
All right, well, let me say what I'm watching for because it kind of ties in here. If you can take one positive thing away from Jonathan Mensah, it's that we don't need him for MLS play because he's garbage. We can run that fucker out there for every Open Cup game for 90 plus.
Sure.
On turf, doesn't matter.
Do we
if he gets
want
hurt, we're probably better,
Fair.
Maybe he's good against a shithole fucking, FC Cincinnati rough lad competition. You don't know. Also, we have an undetermined starting left and right back. Sometimes it's Raitala, sometimes it's Francis, sometimes it's Jimenez, sometimes it's awful. I want 2 of those fucking guys out there, and I want them going 90 minutes.
Could you imagine having like $1.2 million worth of center backs on the bench injured?
I would like to. At this point, I'd like to.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be okay with it.
And that the team is better because of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this point, go with the Josh Williams-Crognell experiment. It's not like we're going to fucking... what are we going to be worse? Like, maybe we give up 5 goals at Colorado in the last 5 minutes?
Yeah, we just can't lose this game.
Yeah, at some point...
All right, let me ask this question. Is winning Wednesday more important than winning on, what the hell day is it, Sunday?
Saturday?
Yes.
I agree.
100%.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So,
because we're garbage in MLS this year, we need to do the Open Cup this year just to have something.
Yeah. You know what mistake I'm not going to make this season? Is thinking that we're still in contention for MLS Cup when we are clearly garbage. Listen, I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs this year or not. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Fucking irrelevant. We're not winning the Cup. So let's win a cup.
Yeah. Right.
Let's win U.S. Open
you
Cup.
make a
we
great
still have to
Arsenal
go
fan.
through Chicago.
Thank you.
Sorry. We still have to go through Bridgeview, though.
Assuming that they win their game.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
And we're going to play
we're
in
going
Bridgeview.
to play
that's
at
pretty
how
trouble.
it fucking works.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go all in. Higuain, 90.
All right.
Merrim, 90. Fuck it.
I agree.
I want to see Christian Martinez playing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get everybody in there.
That might make them hungry.
And I want to see, and I've said this before, I want us to absolutely annihilate Cincinnati Soccer Club. I want them to come away from that thinking about whether or not they should be trying this anymore. And I say that because I think at some point they're going to be in MLS, and I want to always have that first meeting to point back to and go, remember that 26-0 drubbing we put on you in the fucking Open Cup at home, bitch?
Yeah.
If we lose, dude, you're going to be in a
Here's the thing. Like, they're not good this year.
No.
And they have a
like
game.
they bite people and shit.
This will be this will be their 3rd game in a week, or second of 3 games that week, because they play this Saturday and then they play the Saturday following. So we don't play this weekend, and then we don't play till Sunday. So
they played on the road on Saturday when we played at Colorado, and now they have a game coming on Saturday at home.
They play at home against Charlotte
Yeah.
And then they play us Wednesday at home, and then they play again at home against Charleston.
They'll give up both those league matches for this one.
I saw that schedule too, and it says Charlotte Independence. I've never heard of that team. Maybe it's not a game. Maybe it's like a sales opportunity. Like it's like a pyramid scheme.
It's listed as a USL regular season game.
Yeah, but no one knows what that means.
The problem
What's
is
USL?
Well, the game after us is Charleston, and so that's a legitimate team.
Probably just the Battery rebranded for the third
and
time.
Charleston is the best team in the Eastern Conference of the USL, so it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a hard game that they're going to want to play good players.
Are they in front of the Ottawa Rough Riders?
That's not real.
Oh, I'm thinking of Canadian football.
The problem is, no matter how much we win by, we lose. Because
explain yourself.
Wait, what?
I don't agree with that at all.
Okay, if we lose, on the off chance we lose, they crow about, we beat you
forever.
If we win, then we're a USL side. What do you expect?
Oh, yeah,
and by the way,
excuses.
attendance. We've got more people.
It'll
than
just
you.
be nothing will change.
They're going to be fucking annoying no matter what.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to beat Cincy because I want to beat Cincy. I just want to win the U.S. Open Cup.
See, they can have as many
that's
teams
the thing.
I want both.
I'm like, okay, cool. They're the team we're playing. Whatever.
Let's
I
be
don't
the
really give a
U.S.
shit.
Open Cup team.
I want to win the U.S. Open
because
Cup.
that's all we have.
I want
to
the cup.
I've always wanted to win the U.S. Open Cup, and if we can do it while we slaughter the Dutch Lions of Cincinnati, dude, that's best case scenario. I mean, I probably don't even need to go to a Cruisers FC game the rest of the year. And granted, I just became a fan last week, but this is the ultimate for me. Let them. Okay, so if they're going to crow on, we're just we're an amateur side, we're a fucking pub team, whatever. Like that's fine.
Cool.
That's why we beat the shit out of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, maybe talk to us when you're a serious fucking squad. John Zadar, your thoughts? What are you watching for, pal?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what the roster is. I think that I don't think we need to play necessarily our best 11 to beat these guys. No. I would certainly hope not. But I would like to take no chances because I would like to go far in the Open Cup and potentially win it. And
do you is there a side of you like I'm clearly exhibiting right now that wants just to annihilate them as a business entity and a soccer team? And I know that that's irrational. And I, dude, again, like we all have tons of fucking friends. Like some of my best goddamn friends are Cincinnati fans,
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like I still want them to suffer though. Are you feeling that?
I don't know. I mean, I mean, there are definitely teams that I enjoy winning against more than other teams, like Chicago and DC and stuff. But as far as this, no, I don't think I have that emotion yet. I don't think I have any reason to have that emotion. They're not a thing. Like, why should I feel that way?
But if you could have like a run where it was like we beat Cincinnati, and then Chicago, and then New England, and then like fucking Seattle for the open. Like, wouldn't that be the perfect run?
Yeah, because we would win it.
Right. Okay, fine. Be logical about it. But seriously, like if you could set up sort of the ideal chain of events, wouldn't that be up there?
Yes. Yeah.
Where we could defeat these specific teams.
Yeah.
I
guess.
They're
the first step in the process.
I mean, that would, like I said, I enjoy winning against those teams more. So of course, beating them en route to a trophy would make it more fun than beating Houston or RSL, I guess. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Like
I would enjoy that more.
Tampa Bay and a bunch of other
teams. Can I just like summarize the scenario that you just proposed real quick? Because I'm getting an erection. I want to make sure that it's legit.
Do you have your headband on?
Yeah, that's why it's kind of uncomfortable right now. It's pointing down.
It smells bad and it's not good with kids.
That's right. We were just talking about my dick right now, and me as a whole
you
thing.
as a human.
I smell so good, and I'm so good with kids.
99% of you smells great.
People are like
decent with children.
Your dick is really bad with kids, but you're very good.
Rank
with kids.
as fuck, and shouldn't be near kids.
Your dick is terrible, but the rest of you is pretty sweet.
Regardless of the rankness, definitely shouldn't be around kids.
No, poisonous to children.
3, 2, 1,
clap.
Walter,
Raccoon
goddamn,
noises.
get the fuck out of here.
Trash dick.
So. Oh, Jesus, we need a reset.
I'm Alex Stanek. I'm intolerable. Everybody go listen to ACES Radio instead. It's going to be awesome.
Thanks, Alex. That's great. Good to have you back, shithead. So you're saying that we beat FC Cincinnati, New England, Chicago, and Seattle.
Yes.
In the same competition? Yes. And then we get a trophy afterwards.
Yeah. right? Like that's
I mean, it's
we just walk off. It's like,
boner
you know what?
down.
We're not even going to finish the MLS season. Just like drop the mic and walk away.
Cool with that.
Yeah.
Cool with that. Yeah. Every time that there's supposed to be a home game, we just listen to fucking what's his name? AGS Attacks rapper.
No, Ron C.
Ron C. Yeah. We just go pups on the pitch, except it's like lads on the pitch, and we just like slam. Is that what it's called? Dancing, slam jamming.
yes, sure.
That's what I thought. John.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I mean, it would be. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. It'll be a fun game, and I definitely want to beat them because I don't want to lose. But I don't know.
That logic is impeccable.
I don't know if I'm necessarily like more amped to play and beat them than I would be like Charleston or something. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just more excited about the pageantry of the first meeting.
I mean, I'm not like I don't know. I'm not like I haven't been
I'm
getting
only
involved
judging you
in
a
like
little.
the Twitter.
You've been
stuff
updating
and
your 5K
whatnot,
routes.
so-
I mean, you have a lot going on
I
right
got
now.
more important stuff.
You've
going
got a
on.
girlfriend, so you've got better things to worry about. Is that what you're telling us?
I mean, basically,
You're like, I have a life, and I
living
get
a
laid,
life now.
So, yeah.
That's fair. No, I mean, I don't know. I guess it'll be fun in the sense that like I won't have to fucking hear about that shit anymore.
Let me smash.
You
So,
did
yeah.
buy a new bed.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think that even if we beat them, I think they're still going to be like, well, we're a USL team. You're supposed to beat us. So I don't think anything's going to really change.
Let's talk about this for 30 seconds.
We've talked for longer than
What
that.
happens if we lose?
Oh, shut up.
Okay, now we understand that our fandom, our fan base would be in complete meltdown mode. So, but
I would just
been
move
there
on.
before.
I personally would just move on.
Right.
Like,
Let me-
I
let
would
me ask
be
you
like,
this,
okay, Atlanta's in 3 days.
Yeah.
Is
Flying
this the
Max.
most pressure that Gerger Burger Herger has felt for a U.S. Open Cup match?
Yeah.
Oh, without
Like, for the
question.
most time, he's like, play the 16-year-olds. I don't really give
Yeah,
a shit.
sure.
Let's just get
If
out of
we
this
lose,
goddamn
are you
competition.
Gerg out?
Are you talking me specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go
If
there.
we lose FC Cincinnati,
That's a lot.
have you lost all faith in him?
That's going a long way.
Front off
Not
the chill
only
under
not
pressure.
only would we have lost to Cincinnati, we would have been then eliminated yet again from your favorite tournament.
Don't make
Greg,
me do
the
this.
lesson here
I
is
mean,
don't
this-
fucking lose.
This is actually different for him,
You
right?
might
'Cause
lose
this
Morgan.
Is usually just.
I mean, I think for him and as the coach and sporting director, there's definitely increased pressure because of the opponent.
Yeah.
I think there absolutely is.
This is like, and I'm not saying that I've heard this from any specific front office employee. I am a lackey, right? So, but I haven't heard anybody say this directly. But I also don't get the impression on normal game days that the front office is involved in the outcome of the game.
Right.
It's more like we're here for our client base.
Sure.
We want to make this as great of an experience as possible.
How
We're
would
also
they,
crew
how
fans,
would they
so
be
fucking
involved
go
in the
crew.
outcome of a game?
But they're not focused on it. They're focused on providing a service to their clients, right? That's because that's what businesses do. This game, I feel differently. I feel like Lambo and Clark and JP Lococo and Phil Goldfart and Stacy, first impressions
This is
coordinator.
the first time I've ever
This
gotten
is
an
the-
email from the front office about an away U.S. Open.
This is the
feel like
first
they care.
and only
Maybe that's not true.
like
There was a
time
week waiting
in
for ticket sales.
this team's existence, potentially. This is kind of a rare thing. We are literally going up against what could be considered competition
in our market.
In our
like
market,
yeah,
yeah.
and like an opposing business or whatever you want to call it, just like restaurants would be, that could conceivably inevitably lead to our disappearance.
Yep.
If everybody's going to this restaurant
Theoretically.
instead of your restaurant closes.
Theoretically, yeah.
Like that is
Yeah.
a possibility. So I think that makes sense that they're invested in this in a way that they have never been before.
Do you remember at the beginning of the season when we did the supporter summit and somebody asked Andy Loughnane about FC Cincinnati, and he said, we're very and it was like he was just like the stone coldest motherfucker on the planet when he said this. He's like, listen, guys, we're very proud to be Ohio's professional soccer team, and everyone, like, literally at that moment, I literally heard at least 37 people go, boom, roasted.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. So here's an opportunity for the franchise to just take these fuckboys out to the woodshed and just murder them. And go, the next time somebody brings it up, be like, hey, we're very
Speaking of
proud
murder.
to still.
See you guys Wednesday.
Yeah.
Come alive.
You out? All right.
Let's do it, boys.
Murders Row, are you making the trip down south,
I just
Jay?
announced earlier. Did you
Yeah.
not hear me?
I didn't hear you.
No, we were kind of in the middle of
He
a
blocked you
podcast.
out.
Here, take my microphone and speak into it.
The row on tour is leaving Zauber Brewery here at 4:20 p.m. on Wednesday. 614. Hold hopefully be there before kickoff.
Hopefully, yeah.
The row
maybe
on
maybe
tour
if
is
you
not a
leave
thing.
at 4:20.
The row on tour is not a thing.
Yeah.
That's not a thing at all.
No.
I've been looking at all the hashtags. recently.
There's row on tour. There's mini on tour.
Are you
there's
guys
Nor
are
on
you guys
tour,
taking a
everybody's
boat
on
down
tour.
the Scioto? How are you
Hang on
getting there?
tour.
Row on tour. All right.
Smoke weed every day.
Hey,
Was
what
was
was
that
the final score out there?
It just
You
ended
feeling
3-1.
Feeling 3-1. Damn.
I am Wednesday. You get that, Cincy?
Hey, score prediction for Cruisers FC Cincinnati FC.
He said 3-1.
3-1. You know what? Actually, here, Jay, you're a degenerate. Let me talk to you. Do you care about this Open Cup game more because we're playing FC Cincinnati, who could be considered a business rival for ticket sales within our market?
Yeah, I do. Like I said earlier, I thought it was the final of the U.S. Open Cup. I normally don't pay attention. Somebody was saying it was the fourth round. I was just like, what the fuck? I thought it was the final, dude.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for joining.
First row. Row on tour, leaving at 4:20.
Yeah, make sure to search the row on tour on Twitter. You're definitely going to come up with something.
Yeah.
Wonderful. A lot of people are calling me the best man on the street, John, in the game right now.
You didn't even leave your chair.
Moving the fuck on to score predictions. Let's start with you, Darby Schnarfus, the 40-year-old man-child. I remind you, as always, that you're old as balls.
Oh.
That's it. Your score prediction, my friend.
Yeah, no, I'm older than. Well, I guess I'm the same age as my balls.
You're older than my balls.
Boom.
Both of them combined, or just one of them?
I'm gonna
How does
say.
that work? Do you take the cumulative age of both?
Yeah. No, I'm older than one, not the other. It
But
took a
they're-
while, you know. It came out kind of funny direction. 3-0. I'm looking for complete domination, and I expect it. And I think that's what you're going to see.
You're calling a shutout?
I'm calling a shutout.
Yeah.
I think Zach has
Should
what it
fucking
takes.
hope so.
Yeah.
He's going to.
You think it's going to be Zach or Stu?
Oh,
It's gonna be
It
Stu.
might be Stu. Yeah.
He deserves it.
No, is he even in game shape?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
He's off. He's off the injured list.
He's been in the 18.
Okay.
But yeah, that's good. I mean, he's an Open Cup boss. So yeah, that's fair.
Just like
Okay.
Greenbaum before him.
Either way, whoever's in there is just going to show him what's up. So
Fucking A. Salon
if
Max.
Eddie Gavin is in goal, it's a shutout.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Of course, he also blows out his knee in the shutout. So
Talk with you again.
I can't.
Where's the button to kill someone?
Because a vision softly creeping.
I would just like to say that they have, including their 2 Open Cup games this entire season, they've only scored 14 goals.
How many games?
Oh, so they're right in line to
What's
be
their
crushing us in the second
That
half.
is
more than 10?
Math.
14 games, I think. I don't know. I'm not looking at their I'm just looking at their schedule.
Yeah, it's hard.
And 4 of those goals came in one game. So
It's an outlier. You got to throw it out.
wait, are you
Goddamn.
saying they're the Colorado Rapids of USL? Because that's going to be a problem for
I'm
us.
just saying they don't score a lot.
Well, their person who bites off other people's ears is eligible for this game, so maybe they're due for an offensive explosion. Solana Max.
Yeah, I'm not calling a shutout. I
All
think
right.
they score a goal.
Okay.
I think we score 4. I think that we get ahead of them 2-1, and then they start chasing. We score a couple late goals, some crappy goals.
4-1.
Like other
4-1.
teams do against us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right. 4-1 says Solana MX. John Zadar, the wet boy, the wetness, the guy who's yawning. I'm just trying to keep talking until it's done.
Sorry.
Your score prediction, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really up in the air because I just don't know what we're going to see from us roster wise. I do believe that we'll win regardless of what's put out there. I think we're good enough to do that, whether it's a reserve lineup or a best 11 kind of thing. I'm hesitant with Salon on a shutout, though. This defense has not proven that they can do it. I have no doubt that Stefan and Stuver are good goalies and that I think that they can both perform admirably.
Yep.
But, I mean, I think we've seen that it's not really their performance that leads to the goals. It's the defense.
What was our score against Tampa Bay?
4-0.
Okay.
Last year it was 4-0, right? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. What did you say?
4-1.
Yeah. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to go with that as well.
All right.
Yeah.
4-1, saith the wet boy. I have no worries about a shutout. This is a trash team going up against literally the greatest team the world has ever seen. They are in for a fucking 90-minute hellhole of a battle against the best team that they've ever even conceived of. I think they're
This
lucky.
this will be the best team that they've ever played, probably, right?
Absolutely.
Because I mean,
Including
even Crystal
Crystal
Palace
Palace.
wasn't. Yeah, but Crystal
Palace
Palace
was
wasn't
a
playing
B team.
starters and
Yeah.
stuff
Including
either, right?
Crystal Palace's starters. This is literally the best team that they've ever
It's Crystal
ever fucking
Palace.
come up against. I've never
Because if
heard
it's
of
the
that team.
best team the world has ever seen, then by definition,
Was
it's the
Crystal
best team
Palace
they
even in
have. Logic
Premier
would
League at that
dictate.
point?
I don't know what Crystal Palace means, and I don't know what Premier League means. Are you
It's
talking
like
about
a
league
Magic
full of
Mountain
Columbus
kind
Crew
of
FC?
thing.
Absolutely
You wanna
in
go-
Disney World, I think.
I think that they're lucky to get out of this game, and I think that it should be probably 7-0, but I'm going to say 4-0 again, and that's lucky because FC Cincinnati deserves to and should lose by a lot.
Well, I
more,
mean, what
and
did
they should probably
Tampa
delete their
beat them?
account.
Didn't Tampa beat them last year 4-0?
Yeah,
and then we beat
no.
Tampa.
Tampa beat
4-0?
them like 1.
I don't remember what that game was.
Are you sure?
I know
I'm
that
pretty
they
sure.
lost to a team that
No.
we smoked after 17 hours.
I thought the whole point. I thought the whole thing that was hilarious about it was that they smoked
Yeah,
them
I
and
think
then
you're
we
right, John.
smoked Tampa.
All right,
so it's just
well,
like God. Can
you
you
got a
imagine?
device.
Right, and this
I
is
know,
a
I'm trying to
worse
look.
Cincinnati team.
Get on
by
the
the
fax
way.
machine.
Yeah, their best player
Right.
now
This,
plays for
yeah,
NYCFC.
they had Golden Boot guy last year.
Yeah, Golden
He's
Boot.
gone.
That was his name. For sure. So yeah, I say 4-0, and I think that could easily be 15-0.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I would not be shocked in any way if Crew put in 5, 6, 7, maybe. I mean, I feel that that's probably starting to sound absurdly optimistic, but
yeah. In all seriousness, though, I do think it's going to be 4-0. But I've talked a lot of shit about FC Cincinnati this segment for effect. I want to caution the local media in Cincinnati against making the same mistake that was made in Columbus when Cruisers FC lost to Portland Thorns in MLS Cup, allegedly. And there was this circle jerk around, well, they got sung out of the stadium by the Portland fans. That fucking happens when away teams win and they have a lot of fucking fans there.
Right.
So when we destroy FC Cincinnati like we are going to,
when there's something to cheer about.
and yeah, our 3 sections packed full of people in yellow are screaming their guts out. That's just what happens. It doesn't mean FC Cincinnati has quote unquote shit support. It doesn't.
No, it does.
Well, I mean, they do, but that's not why. No, but it doesn't mean anything, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to be louder than the Bailey because we're going to fucking murder them, and that's just how sports fandom works.
and
Delete your account, Justy.
I'm okay with what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah.
As a fan base who's literally had the shit kicked out of them twice,
Yep.
at least twice in the last 2 years, like gut wrenchingly so with the MLS Cup and then Dos Acero. Like we know exactly what it's like to be just experiencing just the ultimate level of disappointment. You don't want to fucking just do shit.
Don't listen to what people are saying about you, good or bad. When they say good stuff, don't fucking listen to it. When they say bad stuff, chop wood, carry water.
These are lessons you learn when you've been around for 20 years and not 2 years.
Hold on.
Boom. Roasted.
You didn't know I was going to play that. It could be any of them. See, I don't play that one very often. There it is. Darby, what's GCG Bag got going on this weekend?
They're going to drink and say funny things with a fuzzy microphone.
Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. And also they're going to play FIFA.
Nice. Oh, actually, I was supposed to ask John that. Sorry.
Sorry, John, didn't mean to steal your thunder there because I know you're really up to date on what's happening.
No idea where that
It's an away
dropped
game
from.
again, so
Nice.
there's nothing to say.
Solana Max, you doing stand-up anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Is that right?
No, I'm not.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I want to thank everybody who stopped by the program tonight. What a rare treat it was indeed. Hillary last name on segment 2. Solana Max on segment 3. The fake wetness, Darby Schnarfus, segments 1, 2, and 3. On behalf of everyone at ACES Radio and benevolent corporate overlord sponsors Blood, Urine, Spit, Salavia, Larry Turd, Foot Golf, Erica Kress, Clark Beacom, Andy Lockney, JP Lococo, Phil Goldfarb, and Rose from the Gear Shop, it has been our distinct honor. We'll see you on Wednesday. Hell is definitely real. And all Lord Guillermo's people said... Trash lads. Trash lads. Okay, Mitchell.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Please have a party. Feed us drinks. Get us laid.
Dude, don't pretend like you're busy working or something, dude. You know you're in bed, just looking, watching PlayStation or something like that.
That's the word on the street.